Chapter 1941. This guy is a devil. As one of the strong races, the demon clan also occupies an extremely vast starfield. Unlike the human clan's starfield, which is located in the central area, a portion of the demon clan's territory faces the outer domain, which is full of insignificant small clans that the demon clan doesn't even consider. In the eyes of the demon clan, those small clans are just food that they can eat at any time. Because of this, the demon clan allows them to exist and has not exterminated them. In this area, the demon clan did not set up strong defenses, simply covering it with a barrier, basically ignoring it. In fact, there had never been any problems here. Lin Mo returned from the outer domain and happened to pass through this area, and thus, a nightmare that the demon clan had never imagined descended. Lin Mo broke the edge barrier and passed by one star system after another. The bone hell bloomed all the way, one planet after another was devoured, and the stars in the galaxies were extinguished. Because after being shrouded by the bone hell, 700 was like entering another world, and any information was difficult to transmit. The demon clan did not have the miraculous existence of the human sovereign network. Lin Mo's actions were not discovered by the demons in other star systems. Along the way, Lin Mo encountered almost no decent resistance. This area was too marginal. Occasionally one or two god venerables would appear, and they were all low-ranked god venerables. In most places, there were no god venerables, and small god venerables were already the strongest existence. Lin Mo casually annihilated them, allowing them to become food for the bone hell together. At this moment, Lin Mo had transformed into the god of death, bringing death to countless demons. This originally bright starry sky began to dim. A large number of stars were devoured, and the entire world fell into darkness. The bone hell is getting stronger, although the speed of strengthening is not fast, the momentum is good, and it is very stable. Lin Mo felt the changes in the bone hell. As the number of devoured demons increased, the bone hell was gradually becoming stronger. The hell fiend was still at the 6th level of God Venerable, but it was stronger than before, and there were more of them. The area that the bone hell could cover had also increased. Originally, the maximum diameter of the bone hell could cover about 10 million kilometers of the starry sky, but now it had increased to 20 million kilometers, an increase of 100%. Lin Mo felt that the bone hell had no upper limit. As long as it ate enough, it could continue to grow and break through imagination. If one day, the range of the bone hell reaches infinity, destroying a sector, exterminating a race would be a matter of thought. Lin Mo had a fantasy in his heart, fantasizing about the possible changes in the bone hell in the future. He felt that his fantasy was not impossible. Boom! Green flames erupted in the starry sky, and powerful energy rushed towards him. Lin Mo raised his head and saw a dark green flame appearing 100,000 kilometers away from him. The deeper the color of the abyss fire, the greater the power. A smile appeared on the corner of his mouth, finally here. He had slaughtered more than a dozen star systems along the way, and finally alarmed the demon clan. Lin Mo felt that the demon clan's reaction was too slow, it had been several days before they discovered it. In the flames, a large army of demons flew out. Hundreds of battleships flew in aggressively, locking onto Lin Mo. Behind the army, dark green flames were burning, illuminating the entire starry sky into an abyss. In the abyss fire, a huge demon eye emerged. The demon eye was extremely cold, staring coldly at Lin Mo. Lin Mo felt that he was locked by an invisible force. As long as he was still within the demon clan, no matter where he went, he would not be able to escape the lock. Abyss Demon Eye. Lin Mo calmly spoke the name of the demon eye. This was a demon eye transformed from the abyss fire, which could lock and track enemies. Especially within the demon clan's territory, no one could escape the abyss demon eye. The human clan and the demon clan were mortal enemies, and their understanding of the demon clan was extremely deep. Lin Mo also knew that the abyss demon eye had a deeper purpose. Its appearance also meant that the Beyond, the Saint Venerable, in the demon clan already knew his location and were probably rushing over with all their strength. At their speed, teleporting all the way would take less than half a day to arrive. I should leave after killing this batch. Lin Mo knew that once the Beyond realm in the demon clan arrived, he would be in trouble. With his strength, he was not yet able to confront the entire demon clan. Hundreds of battleships, a large number of demons flew out from them, forming a battle formation in the starry sky. A large number of demon battle blades and a large number of demon battle shields appeared in the starry sky. The sword and shield combination was the most commonly used battle formation of the demon clan, and it was extremely powerful, enjoying a great reputation among the various races. There were a total of 100 demon battle formations, each formation composed of 1,000 God King realm demons, with small God Venerable realm demons leading the team. Hundreds of battleships, 100,000 demons. After that, several God Venerables flew out from the battleships, standing at the rear of the team, their eyes coldly staring at Lin Mo. The demon army in the border area was not strong, and the temporary deployment could only reach this level. Lin Mo knew clearly that these demons were actually cannon fodder, their purpose was to hold him back zero. He didn't believe that the demon clan wouldn't know his strength. With just these guys, they were simply no match for him. But, could they hold him back? With a light tap of his finger, the bone hell instantly expanded several times, centered on Lin Mo, covering 20 million kilometers of the starry sky. The world changed, and all the demons felt that they had entered another world. Countless white bones mixed with hellfire fell like a storm. The white bones were extremely heavy, like heavy punches, hitting the battle formation. The battle formation forming the shield immediately acted, resisting the hellfire and countless white bones. The battleships successively raised barriers to resist the attack. Immediately afterwards, the hell fiends rushed out of the flames, biting down like beasts. The demon battle formation was activated, and the battle blades slashed out like a whirlwind, quickly counter-attacking. An army is an army, whether it is combat power or adaptability, they are extremely powerful. Unfortunately, the battle formation composed of God Kings was too weak. Facing the 6th level God Venerable Hell Fiends, it was useless. The Hell Fiends ignored the attacks, quickly broke through the battle formation, and bit the demons one by one. The soul was torn apart, and the soul's injury was fed back to the body, and the body directly exploded, and blood sprinkled in the bone hell. Blood gathered into a river, flowing into the Hellfire River, making the Hellfire River burn more intensely. For a time, screams were heard one after another, and the entire bone hell was filled with the screams of demons. The connection of the battle formation was broken, and the demons collapsed. The Hell Fiends not only attacked the battle formation, but also did not let go of the battleships. There was nothing they couldn't gnaw on. After 2 or 3 bites, the barrier collapsed, and the Battle 1.3 ships were quickly torn into pieces. The faces of several demon god venerables changed drastically. They launched attacks and performed spells. After discovering that they could do nothing to the Hell Fiends, they quickly fled. But in the skeleton hell, they had nowhere to escape, and it was only a matter of time before they were caught. What is this thing? Is this really a spell that humans should have? Why, I feel like he's more like a demon than we are. This guy isn't a demon, he's a devil who brings death. The demons screamed, their eyes filled with terror. What Lin Moyu brought was not hell, not fierce spirits, but death. Lin Moyu looked at the abyss demon eye, this thing should be edible too, right? Before he could give the order, a hellish fiend had already pounced on the abyss demon eye, opened its mouth wide, and bit down directly. Lin Moyu seemed to hear a scream, and the abyss demon eye collapsed on the spot. Chapter 1942, as if it was just when I arrived in the great world. Demon Clan, Abyss City, one of the few cities of the Demon Clan, and also the main city of the Abyss Demon lineage. Within the Demon Clan, demons are divided into different ranks, with a very strict hierarchy. Low-level demons are only worthy of living in the wild or in caves, they are not qualified to build cities. Mid-level demons can build their own cities, but they are only small cities, like villages. Only some high-level demons are qualified to build large cities. But only the king lineage among the demons is qualified to build a main city like Abyss City. This race, which believes solely in bloodlines, judges everything based on bloodlines. Low-level demons have low-level blood flowing through their bodies, which means they will never be able to produce strong individuals. In fact, many races are like this, even the Starry Sky Fishmen have such distinctions. In the Abyss main city, a palace stood tall, and an angry roar came from the palace. Lin Moyu, you deserve to die. The roar shook the entire Abyss City. If Lin Moyu were here, he would be able to recognize that this was the voice of the Abyss Demon Lord. In the palace, a short demon was kneeling respectfully in front of the Abyss Demon Lord, flattering him in an extremely humble tone, Great Demon Lord, you don't need to be angry. Netherfire Demon Lord, Blue Fire Demon Lord, and Red Fire Demon Lord have already rushed over, and I believe you will soon obtain Lin Moyu's head. The Abyss Demon Lord's voice was gloomy. The three of them may not be able to kill Lin Moyu. The short demon lowered his head. The three demon lords may not be enough, but if you add your clone and the ice blue sky-piercing battleship, then there will definitely be no problem. The Abyss Demon Lord closed his eyes, flames constantly flickering on his body, and the short demon lowered his head even further, not daring to look up. After a long while, the Abyss Demon Lord said, "You may leave, and inform this lord immediately if there is any news." "As you command." The short demon still kept his head lowered, retreating step by step out of the palace. After leaving the palace, he raised his head. His appearance was very strange. His body was short, but his head was not small. There were no facial features on his head, only one eye. But now this eye was bleeding. The short demon also kept gasping, trembling all over, in great pain. But when facing the Abyss Demon Lord just now, he did not dare to express it at all. The short demon was named Abyss Eye Demon, a very special type among the Abyss Demons. They can communicate with the Abyss Fire, condense the Abyss Demon Eye, and observe various areas on the demon territory. And project the observed images. The Abyss Demon Eye that stared at Lin Moyu before was his masterpiece. Unexpectedly, the hellish fiend could even eat the Abyss Demon Eye, causing him to suffer a backlash. "Lin Moyu, you really deserve to die." The Abyss Eye Demon roared in a low voice, but his voice was very soft, as if he dared not let others hear it. The Abyss Eye Demon's strength is very weak, with most not even reaching the God King realm. Their only function is to communicate with the Abyss Fire and condense the Abyss Demon Eye. It is precisely because of this ability that they have gained some status in the demon clan. But they are still looked down upon by many powerful demons because their strength is so weak. He dared not hate other demons, let alone blame the Abyss Demon Lord who instructed him, and only dared to attribute his anger to Lin Moyu. On the battlefield, the skeleton hell had devoured all 100,000 demons in just over 10 minutes. Even the few demon god sovereigns who had fled in the skeleton hell were not spared and eventually became food for the hellish fiends. "It's time to go." Lin Moyu put away the skeleton hell without stopping at all. He took 2 or 3 steps in a row, leaping tens of millions of kilometers, and came to the edge of the demon clan's barrier again. His fists were like the wind, and purple gold light flashed, and in the blink of an eye, hundreds of punches were thrown out. Rumbling sounds echoed, and after a burst of bombardment, the barrier shattered on the spot. Lin Moyu quickly left the barrier and left the demon star region. The wings of the undead unfolded, and his soul surged with all its strength, smashing through space and disappearing. Only a few minutes after Lin Moyu left, 3 clusters of flames appeared in the starry sky. A dark green flame, a green-blue flame, and a green-red flame. The 3 clusters of flames represented 3 demon lords, the Nether Fire Demon Lord, the Blue Fire Demon Lord, and the Red Fire Demon Lord. Although they are also called demon lords, they are actually of the other shore realm. And the Abyss Demon Lord is their leader, belonging to the Saint Venerable realm. Although they are all demon lords, there is also a distinction between strong and weak. The Netherfire Demon Lord's voice came from the flames. "We arrived one step too late. Lin Moyu has already escaped." "He can't escape." The Red Fire Demon Lord took out a peculiar eye-shaped magic weapon. The eye immediately shot out a beam of light, and the direction the light penetrated was the direction Lin Moyu left. "Chase!" The Blue Fire Demon Lord gave a light shout, and the blue flames suddenly exploded, chasing after him first. They quickly chased to the barrier and saw the barrier that had been shattered. The 3 flew out of the barrier, and the light from the eyes shot out again, pointing again in the direction Lin Moyu left. The Red Fire Demon Lord said, "The distance is very far." The Blue Fire Demon Lord snorted, "We must chase him even if it's far, we must not let him run away." Saying that, he threw out an ice blue warship, which was the ice blue sky-piercing battleship given by the Abyss Demon Lord. The 3 jumped onto the warship, space began to distort, and the warship, like a teleportation array, quickly chased after him. Lin Moyu drove the wings of the undead, flying nearly 10 billion kilometers in one breath. At this moment, he had already left the Demon Star region, but he still felt someone watching him. "I've been marked." In an instant, he already knew what was going on. The Demon Clan had special means to mark him. Just like the Abyss Demon Lord could quickly lock onto his position through the mark. This kind of mark is difficult to remove. If it was a mark made by the Abyss Demon Lord, at least how Saint Venerable and the others would have to take action to remove it. As long as the mark exists, Lin Moyu knows that he will be caught up sooner or later. Even if he uses the laws of space, it will be difficult to truly escape. The other shore realm and Saint Venerable of the demon clan must also have their own means. Lin Moyu thought of the Luo god. If he could be like the Luo god and directly open a space gate that jumps millions of light years, he could return to the human star region in an instant. It would truly be a case of fighting whenever he wanted and leaving whenever he wanted. His heart suddenly tightened, and his soul issued a warning. Lin Moyu felt uneasy. Someone was chasing him, and they were very fast. The wings of the undead shook violently, breaking through space again and fleeing rapidly. Lin Moyu had just left when, less than half a minute later, space began to distort. A ship of ice blue warship appeared in the starry sky, accompanied by space distortion, less than 10,000 kilometers away from Lin Mo's original location. The Crimson Fire Demon Lord activated the ice-shaped magic weapon in his hand, confirming the direction again. The space continued to distort, and the ice-blue void-piercing ship disappeared again, chasing after it at an alarming speed. The warning signs in Lin Mo's heart became more and more urgent, and at the same time, his keen soul had already sensed the other party's aura. Lin Mo sensed 3 auras, all of which were of the other shore realm. 3 other shore realm demon lords, and possessing a space-type magic weapon. They really think highly of me, sending out 3 at once. It's not difficult to kill them, but it doesn't seem worth it. Lin Mo had a trump card in his hand, the corpse of the Mountain Forest Supreme. If he used the corpse's explosion, it would be enough to kill the 3 demon lords instantly. But using the Supreme's corpse to exchange for other shore realm experts was really not worth it. Lin Mo didn't want to do such an uneconomical deal, urging the wings of the undead to increase his speed to the limit, and directly ran away. Chapter 1943. This monster is finally gone. Lin Mo ran very fast, and the 3 demon lords also chased after him relentlessly, the distance between them closing. Lin Mo had already determined his position at this moment. He was at least 30,000 light years away from the nearest human star field. If he relied on the wings of the undead to stimulate the laws of space and fly with all his strength at a speed of 1 billion kilometers per second, it would take about 9 years to return to the human race. 9 years is not a long time, and Lin Mo can completely accept it. The key is that there are 3 demon lords chasing him, and they also have space-type magic weapons, making them only faster than him. In this situation, let alone 9 years, whether he can last 9 days is a problem. This scene seemed to return to when he first came to the great world, when he was also being chased by a demon king. I must get rid of them, I must find a way to remove the mark. Lin Mo quickly thought of a way, although he didn't know if it would work, but he could try it. To get rid of the pursuit, the most important thing is to remove the mark left on his body. Lin Mo was very clear that if he used conventional methods, relying on his own strength, it would be impossible to remove the mark, and he couldn't even find where the mark was. The only plan now is to use unconventional methods. With a thought, the power of his whole body burst out instantly. His body swelled up instantly, and then exploded with a bang. Lin Mo detonated himself on the spot, and his corpse disappeared in an instant. Immediately afterwards, a purple light flashed, and the blood and flesh all over the sky rolled back, reassembling together. His talent activated, and Lin Mo completed his rebirth. After the rebirth, Lin Mo had a feeling of renewal, and he was overjoyed. It really works, the mark is gone. He used self-detonation to remove the mark, and then the wings of the undead unfolded again, changed direction, smashed through space, and disappeared. Only half a minute after Lin Mo left, the 3 demon lords arrived in the ice-blue void-piercing ship. The ice-shaped magic weapon in the Crimson Fire Demon Lord's hand had lost its direction at this moment, spinning in his palm without emitting any light. The Nether Fire Demon Lord was in disbelief. He removed the mark. The Blue Fire Demon Lord also couldn't believe it. How could he remove the mark made by the Lord? The Crimson Fire Demon Lord said in a deep voice, but that's the truth. I can feel that there was a powerful force erupting here, and then the mark was gone. Without the mark, the 3 didn't know where to chase, and were at a loss for a while. The Nether Fire Demon Lord had no choice but to contact the Abyss Demon Lord, and as expected, he was scolded by the Abyss Demon Lord. In the palace of the Abyss main city, the Abyss Demon Lord smashed the throne to pieces in anger. He roared angrily, 3 other shore realm demon lords chasing a divine venerable realm human, and they still lost him. If this gets out, we'll lose all face. If those guys from the hell lineage find out, I won't even have the face to go out. His voice resounded throughout the Abyss main city, and all the demons in the main city trembled and dared not say a word. Lin Mo flew out hundreds of billions of kilometers again, changing direction several times in the process. Until the feeling of being hunted down completely disappeared, he finally breathed a sigh of relief. It's a pity that only 3 other Shore Realm Demon Lords came this time. If the Abyss Demon Lord had also come, I wouldn't have had to escape. If the Abyss Demon Lord had also come, Lin Mo would have unhesitatingly used the corpse of the Mountain Forest Supreme to kill the Abyss Demon Lord as well. But thinking about it again, it seemed wrong. One of the demon race's best abilities is clones. Almost all demons have clones. Demon lords of the other shore realm have even more clones, at least 1 or 2, and at most 3 or 4. Even if the Abyss Demon Lord came, it might not be his true body. Killing his clone would be meaningless, it would be a losing deal, not worth it. Lin Mo thought about it. I can only use my trump card if I can confirm that it's his true body. He continued to circle around. His previous actions had already attracted the attention of the demon race, so he couldn't go there for the time being. Lin Mo decided to take a detour and make a roundabout route from the side. He had finally come to the rear of the demon race. How could he miss such a good opportunity? It would be a bit unreasonable if he didn't make good use of it to feed his bone hell. Lin Mo detoured, and 10 days later he arrived on the other side. This was also the edge of the demon race's territory, still close to the outer domain, and the defense was equally weak. The demon race's territory was too large, and the periphery alone was enough for Lin Mo to fly for 2 years. The barrier sensed Lin Mo's arrival, and green flames emerged, turning into a fire dragon and pouncing. Lin Mo didn't take the fire dragon seriously at all, and smashed it with a punch. Then the bone hell flew out, and the hellish fiends silently bit through the barrier. 10 days later, Lin Mo returned to the demon star region again. He brought death and returned again. Soon, a star system fell into silence, and another star died. Lin Mo transformed into a god of death again, taking away a large number of demons. This time, Lin Mo had experience. After continuously attacking 10 star systems, Lin Mo turned around and left without saying a word. By the time the demon race reacted, he had already left. Half a day after Lin Mo left, a ball of green flame appeared in the starry sky, and the Abyss Demon Eye began to scan. Apart from the star systems that had been completely slaughtered, where would there be any trace of Lin Mo? But Lin Mo had secretly left behind a skeleton divine general. When he saw the Abyss Demon Eye, the skeleton divine general directly slashed out a sword chi, shattering the Abyss Demon Eye. In the Abyss main city, the Abyss Eye Demon screamed, and his eyes, which had just recovered, were bleeding again. Lin Mo, I hate you, I want to kill you. The Abyss Eye Demon screamed incessantly, filled with hatred. But it was useless, he couldn't find Lin Mo's whereabouts at all. In the vast sea of stars, no matter how great the hatred, there was nowhere to repay it. Lin Mo left the demon star region again. Through the skeleton divine general he left behind, he roughly judged the demons' reaction time to be about a day and a half. Lin Mo noted this time, and he planned to shorten the stay time by 5 minutes each time. Once the demons adapted, their reaction speed would increase. Lin Mo formulated a detailed battle plan for himself, or rather, it should be called the Bone Hell Growth Plan. Lin Mo ambushed again and again, and left cleanly and neatly, leaving behind a mess. A large number of demons were killed, and entire star systems were destroyed. Lin Mo became a thorn stuck in the demon race's side, stabbing them from time to time, making the demons gnash their teeth. 100 days later, Lin Mo's name, Dima Hao, had spread throughout the entire demon race. All the demons knew that such a person had appeared in the marginal areas. He specializes in hunting weak demons for pleasure, and where he passes, not a blade of grass grows. Whether it is a planet or a star, it will disappear. Even more demons felt their respect had been violated, and they clamored loudly to eliminate Lin Mo Yu. The demon army was recalled from the front lines, and a large number of god venerables returned to the area where Lin Mo Yu had appeared. Demons at the boundary realm also rushed over, ready to strike at any moment. But after 100 days, Lin Mo Yu seemed to have disappeared completely, never to be seen again. The Abyss-aligned demons set up an inescapable net, but Lin Mo Yu simply did not appear. Another 100 days passed, and news came from the Hell-aligned demons that Lin Mo Yu had appeared in their territory. Lin Mo Yu was doing the same thing, slaughtering those weak demon planets and stars. This news actually made the abyss-aligned demons breathe a sigh of relief. That monster is finally gone. Chapter 1944. Human army presses the border. In the human god city, Venerable Fu Sheng once again rushed into the central shrine in a flurry. There's news of little friend Lin. Little friend Lin has appeared in the demon territory. These days, little friend Lin has been harassing the demon race. As Venerable Fu Sheng spoke, he activated the star chart and quickly marked the location of Lin Mo Yu. The star chart showed that Lin Mo Yu was still very far from the human race. Even the closest border to the human race was 30,000 light-years away. Venerable Tian Sheng's eyes moved slightly. Let the army prepare. Venerable Hao Sheng said, I will have Lao San prepare and notify the military. The army will set off immediately. Venerable Tian Sheng nodded, I will notify Lao Zan and Lao Sha. A few of us will make a trip to pick him up. After thinking about it, he added, bring a few more people, take Madame Yu, Song Jia, and Lao Lin with you. The more the merrier. Okay. The closest place to Lin Mo Yu was the Vermilion Bird Starfield, which was under Zhu Tian's jurisdiction. There was also a stationed human army there. Venerable Hao Sheng's order was immediately transmitted through the Human Emperor network. In a few days, the power of the Vermilion Bird Starfield and the army stationed there would be able to set sail and head towards the demon race. It wasn't necessarily to fight, but their actions would surely alert the demon race and contain some of the demon race's power. In this way, it would also reduce the pressure on Lin Mo Yu. Several holy venerables would also lead a group of boundary realm experts to the demon race. Moreover, they would not go secretly, but openly and brazenly, driving the war god fortress over. In this way, the demon venerables in the demon race would inevitably be unable to sit still. Only those at the boundary realm could deal with those at the boundary realm. They could no longer spare any power to deal with Lin Mo Yu. Lin Mo Yu's pressure would be further reduced. A few days later, the army of the human Vermilion Bird Starfield began to move. More than 100,000 warships jumped forward in the starry sky, heading towards the demon race's border. Each human warship carried at least 1,000 people, and as many as 10,000. These 100,000 warships contained at least tens of millions of human soldiers. Behind the warships were war fortresses. The momentum of the war fortresses was even more astonishing, containing countless god venerables. A large army pressed towards the demon race, with a fierce momentum, as if they were about to fight to the death. After receiving the news, the demon race was immediately thrown into chaos. The border army also took urgent action, and countless experts within the demon race went to the border, preparing to fight the human race. Then they received even more shocking news. The human holy venerables were coming with the war god fortress. Not a replica, but a real war god fortress. This time, the demon race was completely agitated. In the demon imperial city, the hell demon venerable and the abyss demon venerable sat side by side, one on the left and one on the right. Below them, there were also 10 AFFF demon venerables sitting. These demon venerables were all at the boundary realm. On the surface, the demon race only had 2 saint venerable level demon venerables, which was simply incomparable to the human race. But whether there were hidden forces in the dark, no one knew. The hell demon venerable's expression was very ugly. The human race's behavior was very abnormal, but he had to deal with it seriously. If the human race was serious, they would be passive. He looked at the demon venerables and heavily exhaled. Why is the human race doing this? The abyss demon venerable grinned. What else could it be for? It's for Lin Mo Yu. The hell demon venerable frowned. That Lin Mo Yu has been active in the border area recently, killing many demons and destroying more than a dozen star systems. His spells can devour stars, and he is very Min Rui. I sent people to intercept him, but none succeeded. The abyss demon venerable sneered. Don't waste your energy. He can even erase my mark, and he's acting alone, so his target is too small. You can't catch up. Besides, he doesn't dare to come in. Let him mess around with those low-level demons on the border. The border area is inhabited by low-level demons, and they don't care how many die. Now they have to face the approaching human army, which is the headache. The hell demon venerable said, are you saying that the human race is making such a big show just to bring Lin Mo Yu back? The abyss demon venerable said, otherwise. The hell demon venerable said, then, in that case, this army pressing the border is fake. The abyss demon venerable shook his head. It's hard to say. I have analyzed it. If Lin Mo Yu is safe and sound, as long as they pick up Lin Mo Yu, then the army pressing the border is fake. If something happens to Lin Mo Yu, then the human race will play it for real. Even if it's fake now, you have to treat it as real. Although the Hell Demon Venerable's head was relatively large, it was not as bright as the Abyss Demon Venerable's head. In this kind of matter, the Hell Demon Venerable was more willing to listen to the Abyss Demon Venerable's opinion. He looked at the Demon Venerables present. What are your thoughts? Tell me. The Demon Venerables expressed their opinions and expressed their views. Most of them agreed with the Abyss Demon Venerable's opinion that even if the human race was fake, they had to treat it as real. The Hell Demon Venerable asked again, then what about Lin Mo Yu? Are we just going to let him go like this? The Abyss Demon Venerable said, naturally, we can't let him go so easily. He must die. If he doesn't die, we will have big trouble when he grows up. Compared to those holy venerables in the human race, Lin Mo Yu is more dangerous. But he can't die in our hands, preferably not in our territory. Leave this matter to me. You just deal with the human army. The two had always had a clear division of labor. Some trivial matters were handled by the Abyss Demon Venerable. And military matters were basically handled by the Hell Demon Venerable. The Hell Demon Venerable did not ask for details and immediately agreed, okay, let's do it. Lin Mo Yu did not know about the human race's actions. He was still proceeding according to his plan. According to his plan, his frequency of harassing the demon race was getting lower and lower. The Bone Hell also didn't know how many demons it had devoured, and it had grown a lot. The area it could cover had expanded from 20 million kilometers to 25 million kilometers. The strength of the Hell Wraith had reached the peak of the 6th rank of God Venerable, and it could reach the 7th rank of God Venerable with one more step. Lin Mo Yu was a little curious. The Hell Wraith itself did not possess any laws. There was an aura of law in the Bone Hell, but this law was very strange. He had never seen it before and could not recognize what law it was. The law of the Bone Hell itself did not seem to have any effect on the Hell Wraith. He didn't know if the power of rules would be born in the Bone Hell when it reached the 7th rank of God Venerable. Lin Mo Yu always felt that the Bone Hell was very special. It had not really grown yet, like a baby waiting to be fed. After it grows up, I wonder what it will become. In the starry sky, Lin Mo unfolded his wings of the undead and flew rapidly through the stars. He had just destroyed a star system and left the Demon Star region. For the next 20 days, he would not return to the Demon Star region, but would instead detour towards the Human Star region. Vast soul power supported the wings of the undead, propelling him forward at an astonishing speed of 1 billion kilometers per second. Space was shattered by the impact, and Lin Mo constantly flickered in the starry sky, each flicker covering 1 billion kilometers. The wings of the undead have no speed limit. As long as the soul power is sufficient, the speed can be increased infinitely. However, Lin Mo had to maintain a balance between consumption and replenishment, so he couldn't be reckless. Using the wings of the undead to stimulate the laws of space also had a drawback, a lack of flexibility. He could only move forward in a straight line and couldn't turn as flexibly as with the laws of space. Furthermore, the distance was limited, making precise control impossible. After flying for several days, Lin Mo suddenly stopped. A smile appeared on the corner of his mouth, meeting an old friend in a foreign land. What a coincidence. Chapter 1945. Half a fellow countrymen need help. The laws of space brought many benefits to Lin Mo. Not only did it give him a speed far exceeding that of a god sovereign, but it also allowed him to sense events happening at a distance from spatial fluctuations. A chase was taking place 1 million kilometers away from him. A demon god king was chasing a true god. Coincidentally, this demon god king was also a bat demon. Lin Mo thought of the scene when he was chased by the bat demon king, how similar it was. Looking at the old friend being chased, Lin Mo smiled. Cultivation is not slow, already at the peak of true god. In the great world, the only one Lin Mo could call an old friend was Lillian. That mixed blood woman with half human and half demon blood, the former demon empress in the small world. From leaving the small world until now, it has been no more than 100 years. In 100 years, being able to cultivate from a half-step transcendent god to the peak of true god, Lillian's cultivation speed has surpassed most people. Lillian's realm had reached the peak of true god. Although she looked disheveled, her life was not in danger for the time being, so Lin Mo was not in a hurry to act. Lin Mo just felt strange. Why was Lillian here? This place was not far from the Demon Star region. If demons discovered a mixed blood like Lillian, they would definitely kill her without a second thought. In other words, Lillian came here purely to seek death. What was she thinking? The Bat Demon King let out a sharp roar, and waves of sound spread like ripples, crashing into Lillian. Lillian immediately lost her balance and rolled around haphazardly in the starry sky. A layer of hazy light appeared around Lillian's body. Although she looked disheveled, she was not injured. The hazy light blocked the Bat Demon King's attack. Lin Mo frowned slightly. He seemed to have seen the light around Lillian somewhere before. The Bat Demon King flapped his wings and pounced towards Lillian. Lillian tried to steady herself, suddenly put her hands together, and bowed to the Bat Demon King from afar. The Bat Demon King immediately let out a scream and lost his sense of direction as if he were drunk, plunging headlong down. Lin Mo's eyes narrowed, and he realized what it was. Starry Sky Celestial Spirit Race. The hazy light surrounding Lillian and this bow from afar both belonged to the Starry Sky Celestial Spirit Race. The Starry Sky Celestial Spirit Race had disappeared for countless years. At most, some related relics could be found. Everyone thought they had been submerged in the river of history, but now they reappeared. The Bat Demon King quickly recovered and charged at Lillian again. Lillian wanted to escape, but her speed was far inferior to that of the Bat Demon King, making it difficult to escape. Lin Mo could sense that Lillian seemed a little anxious and hesitant. She should still have some trump cards. But it seems she is reluctant to use them. This woman always keeps a backup plan. Remembering the bits and pieces in the small world, Lin Mo knew how difficult Lillian was. She would leave a backup plan for everything. Anyone who wanted to kill her would have to pay the price. She even frantically wanted to detonate the entire Abyss world and perish together with those demon clans who came to support. In short, in Lin Mo's mind, Lillian was a beautiful and crazy woman. He believed that Lillian definitely had a way to deal with the Bat Demon King, but it would cost her something. And she didn't want to pay this price unless absolutely necessary. At least the Bat Demon King was not worthy of her paying the price. Lin Mo roughly grasped Lillian's mentality. It seems there is no way to offer help in time of need, so let's add flowers to the brocade. Locking onto the Bat Demon King, he casually pointed his finger. White star level spell, Curse of Time. At the moment of being locked on by Lin Mo, the Bat Demon King's whole body bristled, and a chill rose from the bottom of his heart. He saw a red light flash before his eyes, and a sharp pain seemed to attack his soul, followed by his consciousness falling into boundless darkness. The Bat Demon King was casually erased by Lin Mo's finger. Lillian looked at the suddenly dead Bat Demon King, her eyes sharp, and she looked around vigilantly. Who is it? A stream of light flew from a distance and stopped in front of her. Lin Mo greeted Lillian. Long time no see, Demon Empress. Lillian looked at Lin Mo and immediately relaxed. It's you, why are you here? Lin Mo smiled. That's what I want to ask, why is the Demon Empress here? Lillian said, I'm here to find something. Lin Mo remembered that Lillian had once said that her parents seemed to have left her something in the great world. Lin Mo had once suspected that Lillian's identity was unusual, and now he finally understood that Lillian was not a demon at all. To be precise, she was a Starry Sky Celestial Spirit Race. He didn't know what means her parents used to disguise her, so that she could grow up among demons from a young age. Lin Mo asked, did you find it? Lillian shook her head, not yet, I accidentally ran into this guy, who has been chasing me for a long time. Zero seeking fresh flowers. This place is close to the Demon Star region, so it is normal to encounter some demons. Lin Mo said, is there anything I can help with? As someone from the same small world, they can be considered half fellow countrymen. As long as it's not too difficult, Lin Mo doesn't mind giving her a hand. Lillian looked at Lin Mo with complicated eyes. Lin Mo's current reputation is very high, ranking at the top of the must-kill list of major races. If someone could kill Lin Mo, they would receive a huge reward of hundreds of star systems. In the great world, Lin Mo's reputation is extremely high. Cultivators of all races have almost heard of Lin Mo's name. The strongest genius of the contemporary human race, the second Shao Zontian, an invincible person in the same realm. One shining title after another was crowned on Lin Mo, becoming Lin Mo's halo. Lillian had obviously heard of Lin Mo's reputation. At first, she didn't think it was someone with the same name and didn't associate Lin Mo in the great world with Lin Mo in the small world. Later, after hearing it many times, she also learned some of Lin Mo's deeds. Only then did she realize that the person who came out with her had grown to this point. Meeting again now felt like a lifetime ago. Lin Moyu's aura was completely concealed, making him seem like an ordinary person, but the way he effortlessly killed the Bat Demon King earlier clearly demonstrated that if he wanted to kill her, she would have no means of resistance. Lillian felt a sense of powerlessness, realizing that in the face of true strength, all her petty tricks were useless. Her so-called trump cards and backup plans were just a joke. Lin Moyu noticed Lillian's expression, but he didn't say anything, simply waiting quietly. Lillian hesitated for a moment before speaking. I know you're very powerful, but this is the Demon Clan's territory. Your human clan and the Demon Clan are mortal enemies. If they find out you're here. Lin Moyu appeared indifferent. They already know. They just haven't been able to find me. Lillian sighed. Indeed, it's not easy to find someone in the vast starry sky. Lin Moyu said, speak your mind. Don't be shy. After all, we're practically from the same hometown. Just tell me what you need. Lillian was still hesitant. We were enemies in the small world. Lin Moyu said, although you were a demon emperor back then, I admit you helped the human clan. If it weren't for your mediation, the human clan in the small world would have been wiped out long ago. Lillian seemed to understand that Lin Moyu wasn't lying to her. All right then, I do need your help. Evening. Chapter 1946. Please help me pass the trial. Lillian's personality was like this. Although she would prepare many backup plans and trust herself more, she would sometimes choose to trust others as well. At this moment, she chose to trust Lin Moyu, a fellow countryman from the same small world. She believed Lin Moyu wouldn't deceive her. There seemed to be some hesitation in her eyes, as if saying, I hope I won't be disappointed. Lin Moyu keenly caught that hint of hesitation. He could understand Lillian. Abandoned by her parents in the demon world at a young age, she had lived in an incredibly dangerous world since childhood, where she could easily become food for other demons. Under such circumstances, it was completely understandable that Lillian was wary of everyone. Lillian led Lin Moyu towards a patch of starry sky. Lin Moyu followed behind Lillian, watching this once influential demon emperor, who had once been the strongest in the small world. He was a little curious. In the great world, the boundaries between the various races were clear. It would be difficult for a free agent like Lillian, without any resources, to survive independently in the great world. Lillian had not only survived, but also seemed to be living quite well. In such a short period, she had already cultivated to the peak of true god, faster than those geniuses in the human clan. Lin Moyu naturally wouldn't attribute the credit to his special small world. It could only be said that there was a secret about Lillian, that Lillian herself was special. Could it be because of the starry sky celestial spirit race? Lin Moyu couldn't help but ask, where did you go after you arrived in the great world? Lillian said, you want to ask how I was able to cultivate so quickly, right? Lin Moyu frankly admitted, your cultivation speed is much faster than many geniuses in the human clan. Lillian said, are you trying to get me to praise you? Lin Moyu shook his head, I'm different. You should know that I was different from others in the small world. Lillian's eyes filled with memories. Indeed, I paid attention to you. You became different from the moment you changed jobs. Not just you, but your sister was also different from others. After coming to the great world, I found the inheritance my parents left me. Lin Moyu blurted out, starry sky celestial spirit race. Lillian's eyes flashed, how do you know? Have you seen the starry sky celestial spirit race? Lin Moyu said, once, during an adventure, I encountered the power left behind by the starry sky celestial spirit race and was almost killed. Lillian's expression became disappointed again, just power. Father said that I might be the only descendant of the starry sky celestial spirit race. It seems that's really the case. I used the inheritance and resources left by my parents to cultivate, and my cultivation speed was very fast. It didn't take long for me to truly enter the transcendent god realm. The transcendent god realm didn't trap me for too long either. I quickly became a true god. After becoming a true god, I had the qualification to look for the second inheritance. Lin Moyu's curiosity was piqued. Did your parents divide the inheritance into many parts? Lillian hummed, many parts. I don't know why they did that, but that's what they did. I found the second inheritance and cultivated from the true god realm to the peak of the true god realm. Now I'm going to look for the third inheritance. The third inheritance is enough for me to cultivate to the minor god sovereign realm. Lin Moyu listened to Lillian's story. All she kept talking about was finding her inheritance and cultivating smoothly. But Lin Moyu knew it wasn't that simple. The great world wasn't so easy to navigate. In the process of her searching and cultivating, she must have encountered many dangers. Like the Bat Demon King this time. Lillian didn't say it, and Lin Moyu wouldn't ask too much. The fact that she could tell him these things was already a great sign of trust from Lillian. After flying for half a day, the two stopped in front of a nameless void. This place was still very close to the Demon Clan's star field, and Demon Clan members often appeared. Lillian looked at Lin Moyu. Help me see if there's anyone else here. Lin Moyu's gaze swept across, switching back and forth between the eye of the soul and the undead vision, while the laws of space also sensed the surrounding hundreds of millions of miles of starry sky. After a few seconds, Lin Moyu said in a deep voice, "Don't worry, there's no one." Since she chose to believe him, Lillian wouldn't doubt Lin Moyu's words. She respectfully bowed down to the empty void, kowtowing 3 times in a row. Lin Moyu felt a strange law surge from Lillian's body. He had seen similar laws before, belonging to the special power of the starry sky celestial spirit race. As Lillian kowtowed, the originally empty starry sky suddenly changed. First, a light shot out, like a flame in the darkness, illuminating the starry sky. Then, a portal appeared in the starry sky. Lillian got up and said, "Let's go in." Lin Moyu said, "Is it convenient?" He knew that it might be the inheritance that Lillian's parents had left her, hence the question. Lillian said unhappily, "What's inconvenient? I'm not going to eat you." Lin Moyu smiled freely, "You have to be able to bite me." Saying that, he strode in, and Lillian immediately followed Zero. After the two entered, the portal disappeared instantly, and the void still looked like nothing. After entering, Lin Moyu found that he could still connect with the Death Dragon Knight. This showed that although this space was independent, it was not yet self-contained and still depended on the great world. Before them was a star system, with a star burning brightly, bringing light and heat. In addition, there were 3 planets. The 3 planets formed a special triangle, revolving around the star, but they were relatively static to each other and did not move. This strange phenomenon was contrary to normal laws. Lin Moyu realized that this was the work of a beyond realm expert, using the power of rules to create this arrangement. Lillian came to Lin Moyu's side. "There is a statue on each of these 3 planets. Only by killing the statues can I obtain the inheritance. According to my guess, the weakest statue here is at the God King realm. I'm not confident." Lin Moyu said, "You want me to kill the statues on these planets?" Lillian gave Lin Moyu a look, as if to say, "What else?" Although her strength was far from Lin Moyu's, Lillian's inherent arrogance didn't seem to have changed at all. Lillian explained, "The inheritance said that as long as you kill the statue, you can obtain the inheritance, but it didn't say you can't use someone else's hand. Actually, I hesitated at first, but then I tried it and found that it was indeed possible." Tried it? Lin Moyu wanted to ask her how she tried it, but then he thought about it and decided against it. There was no point in asking such a question. Since he had promised to help her, he might as well just help her. It wouldn't take much effort anyway. Lillian said, "I'll activate the inheritance in a while. When the statues come out, I'll have to trouble you." Lin Moyu hummed, "Okay." Lillian nodded and flew towards the planet. Lin Moyu also followed behind, temporarily acting as her hired help. Lillian stopped when she was 10,000 kilometers away from the planet. With Lin Moyu's eyesight, the scenery on the planet was already clearly visible. The planet was covered with prismatic crystals, formed by the planet absorbing stellar energy. These crystals emitted a peculiar aura, and Lin Mo assumed they were the materials Lillian needed for her cultivation. At this moment, Lillian faced one of the planets, prostrated again, and cast a unique spell of the celestial spirit race. The planet instantly lit up. Chapter 1947. Even the river of laws can be imitated. The planet shook violently, and a statue at least 10,000 meters tall rose from the ground. The statue was of a man, with a rough appearance and features that resembled those of the human race by 80 or 90%. At first glance, he looked like a human. The statue was then activated, transforming into a 10,000-meter tall statue warrior. It exuded an aura similar to that of the demon race, with red light flashing in its eyes, appearing full of killing intent. Lin Mo was keenly aware of souls and could sense that the statue was completely different from the demon race. Lillian quickly retreated behind Lin Mo. "I'll leave it to you." Lin Mo had wanted to observe it for a few more moments, but the statue had already attacked him. Clearly, it regarded Lin Mo as an enemy. It clasped its fists and bowed deeply towards Lin Mo. Seemingly polite, it was full of murderous intent. Its mind doesn't seem to be working too well. Lin Mo thought to himself when suddenly his soul world trembled slightly, as if it had been impacted. The celestial spirit race's spells in the starry sky targeted the soul. As far as Lin Mo knew, spells targeting the soul were either curse-like or soul-based. The celestial spirit race's spells in the starry sky were different from both, yet seemed to contain the characteristics of both curse and soul laws. Its attack did no harm to Lin Mo, and Lin Mo pointed a finger. A red light flashed, and under the time curse, the statue had no power to resist. With a low roar, the statue collapsed on the spot, shattering into countless pieces of gravel. Lillian flew out from behind Lin Mo and rushed into the crumbling rubble of the statue. After a few seconds, she flew back excitedly, holding a piece of seven-colored crystal. The seven-colored crystal was like a human jade pendant, containing the inheritance of the celestial spirit race in the starry sky. Lin Mo smiled. "Did you get the inheritance?" Lillian smiled happily. "I got it." She was already beautiful, and her smile was even more stunning. If she weren't a celestial spirit race member, she would be a highly sought-after beauty in the human world. Lin Mo admired her for a few moments before saying again, "Let's continue." Lillian nodded. "The next one will be stronger." Lin Mo didn't care. The previous statue was equivalent to a first-order god king. Even if the celestial spirit race's attacks were strange, it would barely reach the second-order god king, which Lin Mo could destroy with a wave of his hand. If it were Lillian, it would be difficult to deal with without paying a price. Inheritance requires trials, but unfortunately, Lin Mo's appearance ruined the trials. Lillian didn't care, as long as she could get the inheritance. Lillian faced another planet and kowtowed again. The inheritance on the planet was activated, and a statue flew out from it. The statue's appearance was not much different from the previous one, but its realm was even higher, reaching about the 4th level of the God King. For Lin Mo, it was still a matter of raising a finger. The red light of the curse flashed, and the statue collapsed on the spot. Lillian successfully obtained the second inheritance crystal. The statue on the 3rd planet reached the 7th level of the God King. Its combat power was comparable to the 8th level of the God King, but it was still extremely fragile in front of Lin Mo. Lin Mo couldn't help but sigh. He used to be chased by God Kings, and later he had to make all sorts of calculations and cooperation to kill God Kings. Now when he sees God Kings, he can kill a large number of them with a single spell. Once the bone hell is released, even if there are billions of God Kings, they must bow their heads. These changes made Lin Mo feel a little emotional. Lillian successfully obtained the 3rd inheritance crystal, and she was overjoyed. Lin Mo could feel that she was really happy. Lillian said to Lin Mo, "Thank you." Lin Mo smiled. "Is there more?" His gaze fell on the central star, and he felt that there seemed to be an inheritance on the star as well. Lillian nodded. "There is another test on the star, but that test is very difficult." "How difficult?" Lin Mo didn't care. Lillian said, "The statue there is a minor god lord, with almost the combat power of a god lord." Lin Mo said, "It's okay, I can't beat the god lord." Lillian was not polite. "Then I'll trouble you one more time." Saying that, she flew to the front of the star and bowed to the star. This time was different from before. Lillian directly kowtowed 3 times, and waves of spells surged, rushing towards the star. The star hummed and became brighter than before. Countless flames rushed out from the star, and at the same time, a statue rushed out. This statue's aura reached the minor god lord, but it had a river of laws above its head. Lin Mo's eyes narrowed. This river of laws. It was not an ordinary river of laws, it should be said that it was not a normal river of laws. On the statue's river of laws, there were 2 colors, representing 2 laws. Coincidentally, Lin Mo knew both laws. Soul law, curse law. I understand, so that's how it is. No wonder it looked familiar before, so that's how it is. The previous mysteries were suddenly all solved, and Lin Mo knew what the celestial spirit race's spells were. The celestial spirit race's spells were formed by the fusion of 2 laws. After the 2 laws were fused, they formed the unique spells of the celestial spirit race in the starry sky. Curse, soul, so the celestial spirit race's attacks are not only strange but also unavoidable. And the river of laws above the statue's head is not a river of laws naturally formed by the great world, but a river of laws artificially created. This river of laws can actually be regarded as a magic weapon. Even the river of laws can be imitated, it's really ingenious. Lin Mo sighed repeatedly in his heart, the Holy Lord could not do this. I don't know if the Supreme can do it, it's really too magical. The statue was covered in flames, with the river of laws above its head, and bowed solemnly to Lin Mo. The soul world trembled slightly, without any impact. Lin Mo's soul was too strong, ordinary soul attacks would not be effective at all. Lillian was already frightened and pale, hiding behind Lin Mo, not daring to show her head. She could feel that if this attack fell on her, she would be killed instantly, without any accident. Seeing that his attack was ineffective, he knelt down to Lin Mo on the spot and kowtowed. Waves of invisible attacks collided with the soul world, and the amethyst barrier shone brightly, blocking all attacks. Lin Mo sighed, the attack is very strong, but the form of this attack is really not good looking. Attacking enemies in a kneeling posture is really not very elegant, and I don't know what the ancestors of the starry sky spirit race were thinking. Lin Mo Yu still raised his hand and pointed, a red light flashed, and the curse was activated. Accompanied by a scream, the statue was undoubtedly obliterated. Lillian rushed into the star at the first moment to obtain the inheritance. Several minutes later, Lillian flew back happily, holding the inheritance crystal in her hand. Got it, Lillian shouted happily. Lin Mo Yu turned his head at this moment, not looking at Lillian. Lillian was slightly stunned when she saw this, and then she realized that the clothes on her body had been burned by the star. In other words, she had been seen naked. Chapter 1948. Where did the four origin races come from? Lillian didn't act like an ordinary woman, she calmly took out new clothes and put them on. Only then did she say to Lin Mo Yu as if nothing had happened, "Thank you." All four inheritances were obtained, and the four inheritances ran through the entire God King realm, enough for Lillian to cultivate to the lesser God Venerate. If her comprehension is better, she might even be able to become a God Venerate through this. Lin Mo Yu asked, "You have all the inheritances before the God Venerate, so what about the inheritances after the God Venerate, do you want to go find them?" Lillian said, "I don't know where the inheritances after the God Venerate are, or if there are any. Even if there are, I will only know when I cultivate to the lesser God Venerate." The memories related to the location of the inheritance have always remained in Lillian's bloodline. Only when Lillian reaches the corresponding realm will this memory awaken and tell her where to go to obtain the inheritance. Lin Mo Yu said, "Then are you planning to cultivate here next?" Lillian nodded, "There are a large number of celestial spirit crystals here, enough for my cultivation needs. I plan to cultivate here for a while, and will not leave for the time being. The great world is very dangerous, and with Lillian's current strength, she doesn't have the power to protect herself. If she can reach the lesser God Venerate, it will be much safer. If she can reach the God Venerate, most places can be visited at will." Lin Mo Yu's eyes swept over several stars, he was curious about the starry sky spirit race. "Do you mind if I visit them?" Lillian said, "Can I stop you?" Lin Mo Yu smiled and didn't say anything, he flew straight towards one of the planets. Lillian didn't follow, she sat down in the starry sky and began to absorb the inheritance. It seemed that she was very relieved of Lin Mo Yu, knowing that Lin Mo Yu would not mess around. Lin Mo Yu really wouldn't mess around, he was just curious. Lin Mo Yu felt that the seniors of the starry sky spirit race had spent so much effort to set up inheritance sites, was it really just for inheritance? On the surface, it does seem so, but on closer thought, it doesn't seem quite right. If it was just for inheritance, why make it so complicated? Just the inheritance of the God King realm has to be divided into four, it doesn't seem necessary. Lin Mo Yu didn't think that a strong person who had reached the other shore would be so petty. Perhaps there are still secrets that he doesn't know. Lin Mo Yu stepped onto the planet, and under his feet were massive celestial spirit crystals. Lin Mo Yu picked up a piece of celestial spirit crystal and looked at it carefully. Celestial spirit crystals are useless to other races, but for the starry sky spirit race, they are the best cultivation resources. Lin Mo Yu felt the aura of the law from the celestial spirit crystal, and the piece of celestial spirit crystal in his hand contained a trace of the law of curse. The law is extremely weak, and a single piece is useless at all. But if all the celestial spirit crystals on the entire planet are gathered together, it would be considerable. Lin Mo Yu murmured to himself, various materials from all races, the human emperor network, celestial spirit crystals have not been seen from anywhere. Although it is said to be a unique cultivation resource in the starry sky spirit race, how does this resource look like it was artificially manufactured, not naturally generated? There are countless resources in the great world, and each race has its own special resources. But most resources are universal, only the forms of utilization are different. But celestial spirit crystals are different. Lin Moyu has never seen celestial spirit crystals anywhere else. Not only has he never seen them, but he has never even seen them recorded. From this, he guessed that celestial spirit crystals are not natural resources of the great world, but artificially manufactured resources specially for the starry sky spirit race to use. He took a step, and his body had already appeared on another planet. He picked up a celestial spirit crystal to check, and it was indeed as he thought. The celestial spirit crystals on the 3 planets respectively contained the law of curse and the law of soul. However, Lin Moyu's eyes also revealed disappointment. The 2 laws have obvious traces of processing, they are not original laws, and he cannot use them to comprehend. Lin Moyu's gaze fell on the star. From the crystals to the laws, there are traces of artificial processing. Even the spells of the starry sky spirit race are very strange. What secrets are there in it? Senior Red Star said that there were no 4 origin races in ancient times, the only master of the great world was the human race. The saying of the 4 origin races should have been born after ancient times, but where did the 4 origin races come from? Various guesses arose in his mind, but he felt that these guesses were unreliable. Lin Moyu slightly raised his foot and came to the star. The star is not a solid body, and endless flames are burning, but they cannot stop Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu entered the interior of the star. He guessed that there must be something here. The eye of the soul scanned the interior of the star, looking around, but did not find anything unusual. The statue that appeared just now has been burned to ashes by the scorching star flames. It shouldn't be, Lin Moyu thought in his heart. Even if it was different from what he thought, there would still be some traces left. Everything has cause and effect. How did the statue appear? Where did it appear from? There is always a foundation. The eye of the soul can't find it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Lin Moyu's thoughts turned sharply, and he suddenly realized a possibility. Space. This is an independent space used for the inheritance of the starry sky spirit race, and it has existed for countless years, very stable. This also shows that the starry sky spirit race is also very good at using space. In that case, Lin Moyu thought of double space. The law of space emanated from his body, rippling like water waves. Soon, Lin Moyu discovered an anomaly. There was an area that his law of space could not affect. Sure enough, it's double space. Lin Moyu came to the abnormal area and used his law of space to detect it. With the continuous comprehension of the law of space, Lin Moyu gradually had his own understanding. Although he still can't create an independent space, his understanding of space has far exceeded the past. No longer knowing what it is but not knowing why. In his understanding, space also has a vibration frequency. To enter an independent space, you only need to reach the same vibration frequency as the space. This point has been confirmed in his rune fusion. The so-called one law is connected to all laws, is the truth. Lin Moyu let the law of space spread throughout his body and began to vibrate. Gradually, the vibration frequency became closer and closer to the independent space, until it was exactly the same. Lin Moyu was also like a drop of water, integrated into the vast river, integrated into the independent space. The scene suddenly opened up, and there was no scorching heat here. Though not filled with the singing of birds and fragrant flowers, it was a peaceful and sunny place. Sunlight streamed in from all directions, illuminating the entire space. The temperature inside the space was just right, with a large amount of heat blocked outside. Lin Mo looked down from a high position, seeing the entire space. The space wasn't large, less than 10,000 meters in diameter, shaped like a round tray. In the very center of the space, stood a huge statue. Around the statue, there were many smaller humanoid statues, bowing in worship towards the huge statue. Their postures were extremely respectful, as if on a pilgrimage. Lin Mo looked at the statue in the center receiving the worship, his eyes slightly narrowed, human. The central statue was not a starry sky spirit race, but a human. Looking at the humanoid statues kneeling on the ground, each and every one of them was clearly a starry sky spirit race. Chapter 1949. May I ask, are you a celestial venerable? The starry sky spirit race was worshipping a human. This discovery shocked Lin Mo. From the information he had obtained in the past, the 4 great source races were equal. Perhaps there were differences in strength, but there was no claim that anyone was more noble. But the scene before him shattered Lin Mo's understanding. Combined with what Senior Hongxing said, Lin Mo could completely confirm that even after leaving the ancient era, the current human race was still a noble existence. In the ancient times, the human race stood out, ruling this world. Even after the ancient times, it was still the same. Only now has the status of the human race declined somewhat. Lin Mo landed in front of the central statue, carefully examining it. The statue was lifelike, and the bright light shone on it, making its entire body glow, revealing an indescribable noble aura. It wore an ancient robe, which billowed in the wind, exuding majesty within its nobility. Especially its eyes, giving Lin Mo the illusion of looking down upon all living beings. As if he was extremely small in front of it. The statue brought a strong shock to Lin Mo, and Lin Mo almost immediately determined that it was not a Saint Venerable, nor a Supreme Venerable but a Celestial Venerable. The term Celestial Venerable was also heard from Hongxing. In that great battle of the past, the other side were cannon fodder, the Saint Venerables were the main force, the Supreme Venerables were the high-end combat power, and the Celestial Venerables were the ultimate combat power. Celestial Venerable was already the strongest power at that time, and the human race was able to contend with the Black Blood Great World because of the existence of Celestial Venerables. The human race once had several Celestial Venerables, and with the power of these Celestial Venerables, the human race had a chance to counter-kill the Black Blood Great World. If it weren't for the rebellion of various races later, which dragged down the human race, the Black Blood Great World might have already ceased to exist. Lin Mo didn't know if his judgment was correct, but the huge statue in front of him did give him this feeling. Celestial Venerable, what kind of existence is it? In Senior Hongxing's words, Celestial Venerable is elusive, indescribable, and an unimaginable existence. But even so, Celestial Venerables eventually died. Thinking of this, Lin Mo suddenly realized a problem. Supreme Black Rock had said that he didn't believe that all of his comrades had died in battle. He believed that perhaps on the divine path, those old comrades were still fighting. He also asked him to take a look on his behalf if there was a chance to rebuild the divine path. Senior Hongxing withdrew from the battle early and didn't know much about what happened later. And Supreme Black Rock participated in more battles and knew more. Supreme Venerables are hard to kill, Celestial Venerables must be even harder to kill, perhaps they are really still fighting as Supreme Black Rock said. Lin Mo pondered, landing directly in front of the statue. In front, there was a building similar to an altar, the building was concave inward, forming a square pit. The architectural style of this altar was completely different from the current era, it was the style of the ancient times. At the same time, the material used to build the altar was the same as what Lin Mo had seen in the mysterious manor. It was that kind of material composed of ancient runes, extremely strong. Walking to the edge of the altar and looking inside, there was nothing but ash inside. There was a lot of accumulated ash, a thick layer. In this independent space, dust did not exist. The accumulated ash in the altar was obviously put in before. Lin Mo guessed that some kind of ritual might have been held here before. It should be some kind of worship ritual. The object of worship is this existence suspected to be a Celestial Venerable. Lin Mo looked at the statue and performed a human race salute towards the statue. From ancient times to the present, the etiquette of the human race seems to have remained unchanged, with little difference. No matter what, this was a human race predecessor, and Lin Mo felt that the necessary etiquette was still needed. Just after Lin Mo saluted, the statue suddenly vibrated slightly. Lin Mo was slightly stunned, he felt a faint soul fluctuation from the statue. Immediately afterwards, the statue's eyes shot out a beam of light, which hit in front of Lin Mo, forming a virtual picture. Image projection. Lin Mo recognized at a glance that this was a segment of image projection from the ancient times. The statue's eyes were image projection stones, which could record what had happened in the past. In the picture, a large number of starry sky spirit race people were bowing towards the statue. They were extremely devout, constantly performing great salutes. This scene was very similar to the statue seen now. In the picture, they slaughtered starry sky giant beasts, dismembered the starry sky giant beasts, and threw them into the big pit for blood sacrifice. The statue bloomed with light, enveloping the starry sky spirit race people. They bathed in the light, becoming even more excited, and bowing even more vigorously. Lin Mo guessed that they should have received some benefits from the light. Then, the picture froze, and a figure walked out of the picture. The figure was illusory and hazy, but Lin Mo recognized at a glance that this figure was exactly the same as the central statue in front of him. Lin Mo's heart moved, and he immediately saluted. Human Lin Mo, greets senior. The figure looked at Lin Mo, with a smile. Young man is not bad, the foundation is very solid. Lin Mo is very modest, senior is too kind. The figure chuckled. This Venerable never exaggerates, your foundation, even in this Venerable's era, is top-notch. It seems that even if we old guys are gone, the human race is still thriving. Lin Mo's expression moved slightly. Is the human race still thriving? Following his words, Lin Mo instantly thought of the disasters the human race had suffered. His small expression was seen in the eyes of the figure. The figure sighed. It seems that the human race has also suffered disasters. The cycle of cause and effect, the ups and downs of luck, rising and falling are normal. This Venerable has limited time, so I won't ask you about the past of the human race, saying it is of little significance. Since you can come here, it is also considered fate. This Venerable will give this thing to you, I hope you can make good use of it. Saying that, the statue's chest cracked open, and a piece of 7-colored crystal flew out, landing in Lin Mo's hand. The figure continued, this thing may be useful, or it may be useless, you can handle it. Listening to his tone, it was as if he had given away an insignificant thing. But being able to preserve it for so many years, this item should be extraordinary. The front and back seem contradictory. Lin Mo didn't check what it was, but asked, may I ask senior, are you a celestial venerable? Celestial venerable, I guess, but what is celestial, and what is venerable? Is it really a celestial venerable? Is the heaven we see really the true heaven? The figure's voice gradually weakened, as if questioning something, yet also seemingly mocking itself. His voice grew fainter, disappearing along with his projection. Lin Mo was slightly puzzled. This senior seemed to have said something, yet also seemed to have said nothing at all. The 7-colored crystal in his hand was somewhat similar to the celestial spirit crystal. He wondered what it was used for. Lin Mo's soul flowed into the 7-colored crystal, leaving his own mark on it, claiming ownership. Instantly, the 7-colored crystal transformed into a rainbow, drilling into his forehead, and in the next moment, it appeared in his soul world. It became a 7-colored small sword, appearing beside his soul. At the same time, Lin Mo received its information. Open black lens bracket celestial spirit sword, can slay all celestial spirit race members, regardless of their realm, strength, or weakness. One strike, certain kill, close black lens bracket. Then, a dignified voice sounded. This Venerable took celestial spirit ancestral blood, fused it with the essence of the human race, and created the celestial spirit race for my use. When the Great War begins, the celestial spirit race shall fight, with the celestial spirit sword as their restraint. Those who disobey shall be slain. Chapter 1950. I seem to see the direction. Lin Mo was stunned, unable to suppress his shock. In just a few words, the origin of the starry sky celestial spirit race was completely explained. They were not born naturally, but created by the celestial venerable. Could it be that the celestial venerable is meant to create beings? Is this the meaning of celestial venerable? To act according to the heavenly Tao and create beings. Lin Mo faintly understood what was meant by celestial venerable. I am the heaven for living beings, that is the celestial venerable. A storm was brewing in Lin Mo's heart as he instinctively deduced, quickly arriving at the answer he had guessed. Saint Venerables initially create the rules of the world, Supreme Venerables perfect the rules of the world, and Celestial Venerables create beings in their own rule-based world. The starry sky celestial spirit race was created by this Celestial Venerable. At the same time, the Celestial Venerable also created a celestial spirit sword specifically to restrain the celestial spirit race. No wonder the starry sky celestial spirit race prostrates. This Celestial Venerable is their creator. It is normal for the celestial spirit race to prostrate to their creator. The Celestial Venerable not only created them but also created techniques for them, integrating them with the rules. He even imitated the Lost Star River, giving the celestial spirit race a goal for cultivation. Later, the Great War broke out, the celestial spirit race went to war, died in battle, and became extinct. Countless speculations emerged in Lin Mo's mind, unsure if they were right or wrong, but he thought they shouldn't be too far off. This also fully explained why the celestial spirit race disappeared later, yet could be called one of the 4 original races alongside the human race. After all, their appearance was too similar to the human race. Over time, various pieces of information gradually became fragmented, eventually forming a narrative that was not factual, which was also normal. Various legends might have been a real, even insignificant, event at some point. As time passed, it became a myth. Lin Mo understood this very well. Suddenly, his spirit shook. Celestial Venerable can create beings. Creating beings is defying the heavens. Does this also mean that as long as I reach the Celestial Venerable realm, I can defy fate? A flash of light erupted in his soul eyes, landing on the coffin of slumber. His soul stirred with longing, muttering to himself, I seem to see the direction. Lillian absorbed the inheritance and slowly awakened, joy rising in her beautiful eyes. Next, she only needed to cultivate all these inheritances, fully mastering them, to at least reach the minor God Venerable realm. With a bit of luck, she might even achieve God Venerable. By then, she would have the power to protect herself. Her beautiful eyes shifted, seeing Lin Mo standing not far away. Lin Mo seemed to be pondering something, not looking at her. The moment she saw Lin Mo, a chill rose from the bottom of her heart. She felt that Lin Mo had become incredibly dangerous. If Lin Mo wanted to kill her, a single thought would be enough. No matter what realm she cultivated to, it would be useless against Lin Mo. She even had the urge to prostrate herself before Lin Mo, wanting to kneel at his feet and become Lin Mo's most loyal servant. What's happening? Lillian forcibly suppressed the impulse, her heart filled with horror. She didn't know what was happening, why it had become like this. When Lin Mo saw Lillian awaken and noticed her strange expression, his heart stirred, and he restrained all his aura. After leaving the star, he had been studying the Celestial Spirit Sword. The aura of the Celestial Spirit Sword unconsciously radiated out, causing this illusion for Lillian. As the aura subsided, the impulse from Lillian's soul gradually disappeared. Lin Mo smiled, how is it? Did you accept all the inheritance? Lillian's expression was slightly odd. I accepted it all, thank you. Lin Mo nodded, all right, then I should leave. You can slowly cultivate here. Lillian said oh, I'll see you out. Lin Mo shook his head, okay, if anything happens in the future, you can look for me. As he spoke, Lin Mo threw a jade token to Lillian. He had stored a wisp of his will in the jade token. As long as Lillian activated the jade token, he would be able to sense it. Of course, the distance couldn't be too far. If he happened to be in a foreign territory, there would be no way. Lillian took the jade token, not being polite at all. Thank you. Saying that, Lillian opened the spatial gate, and Lin Mo stepped out of the gate and disappeared. Watching Lin Mo leave, Lillian's gaze became very complicated. The feeling just now was not fake. At that moment, Lillian really had the urge to submit to Lin Mo. But she didn't know why it was like this. That feeling was too strange. Could it be because of the difference in strength? Never mind, let's cultivate first. Without strength, everything is fake. As long as I'm strong enough, I'm the Empress, and no one can order me around. Lillian closed the door and resumed cultivation with confusion. She was a strong woman with a strong will. From the moment she became the Demon Emperor, she would not submit to anyone. The feeling just now was an illusion, just because she wasn't strong enough. Seeking fresh flowers. The approach of the human race army caused a great uproar. In recent years, the human race had done two major things that had a huge impact on all races. The first thing was to join forces with the Starry Sky Fishmen race to destroy the Buddhist race with thunderous force. The Buddhist race was completely removed from the great world. With the power of the human race and the Starry Sky Fishmen race, it was indeed not difficult to destroy the Buddhist race. But after analysis, the races realized how terrible the two races' actions were and how terrifying their methods were. They initially provoked the Buddhist race, causing the Buddhist race to enter a state of self-contraction. Almost all the Buddhist race people traveling outside were recalled. Then, they launched a surprise attack, sealing off the space, leaving no one in the entire Buddhist race alive. The races actually knew about some of the grievances between the human race and the Buddhist race. It was not surprising that the human race would take action. What was surprising was the joining of the Starry Sky Fishmen race. Their achievements in space were unparalleled by other races. If it weren't for them, the human race couldn't have left the Buddha race in such a state. Just as the various races were discussing countermeasures, the human race released news of the spirit-devouring race's reappearance, leaving the races preoccupied. During this time, the human race, with thunderous force, crippled the Three Silver race. The various races, for their own benefit, took the opportunity to compete for the territory vacated by the Three Silver race. However, while vying for benefits, the races did not forget to be vigilant against the human race. No one knew who the human race's next target would be. After all, many races had irreconcilable hatred with the human race. Once the human race took action, the great world felt a sense of natural dread. The demon race and the golden eagle race announced the abandonment of past grievances and formed an alliance. Everyone knew that this was done under pressure from the human race. Not only them, but other races also began to form alliances to resist the human race. At this moment, the human race's sudden deployment of troops against the demon race shocked countless people. Many thought that the human race was about to go to war with the demon race. After all, the blood feud between the two races was impossible to resolve. The demon race also mobilized its entire race to respond to the human race. Their ally, the golden eagle race, also moved, putting pressure on the human race in the Black Tortoise battlefield and the Black Tortoise starfield, while also sending a large number of experts to support the demon race. Recently, the teleportation arrays of the two races have been very busy, almost non-stop. Lin Moyu vibrated his wings of the undead, advancing towards the human race's starfield at an alarming speed. At the same time, in a very distant place, two golden lights were also flying towards Lin Moyu's location at an alarming speed. Chapter 1951. Two races, other shore joined forces to hunt down. The demon race has fully mobilized. Abyssal fire bloomed in various areas of the demon race, and all the abyssal-eyed demons were using the abyssal fire to condense magic eyes, monitoring large areas of space. Both the inside and outside of the demon race's starfield were under surveillance. At the same time, countless surveillance magic items from the golden eagle race came from afar, covering the starry sky. The demon race and the golden eagle race joined forces, creating an inescapable net. Although the demon race did not want to clash head-on with the human race for the time being, they were not afraid. At the same time, they definitely did not want Lin Moyu to return safely. Lin Moyu must die, but not by the demon race acting alone, but by joining forces with the golden eagle race. That way, the alliance between the two races would become extremely solid. Lin Moyu was the top name on both races' must-kill lists. They also knew very well Lin Moyu's position in the human race, and the threat Lin Moyu posed to them. This opportunity was once in a lifetime, and they would never let it go. After bidding farewell to Lillian, Lin Moyu did not go to harass the demon race again. He advanced towards the human race's starfield with all his might, with a faint sense of unease in his heart. Especially in recent days, he felt as if he was being watched again. After all, this place was close to the demon race's starfield, and if the demon race was determined to find him, they would always succeed. After flying for nearly 30 days, Lin Moyu saw several lights rushing towards him from afar. The golden eagle race, they've come too. Lin Moyu felt a sense of difficulty. The golden eagle race's speed was among the top of all races. Although he had mastered some spatial laws, and was faster than the golden eagle race's divine lords in terms of speed, he was not confident against the other shore realm experts in the golden eagle race. However, thinking of his trump cards, Lin Moyu was not worried, just simply didn't want to use them, feeling it wasn't worth it. The two golden eagle race other shore realm experts spread their wings, each reaching 100 meters. Each time they flapped their wings, they could crush space, and their bodies would fly out tens of millions of kilometers in an instant, looking like teleportation. In terms of speed, they were even faster than Lin Moyu. They locked onto Lin Moyu from afar and rushed straight towards him. With millions of kilometers between them, the golden eagle race's other shore realm experts had already taken action. 10,000 golden lights pierced through space, crushed laws, and appeared in front of Lin Moyu in an instant, crossing millions of kilometers. Lin Moyu's expression changed drastically, and a hazy aura enveloped his body. The skeleton hell automatically emerged, becoming Lin Moyu's first layer of defense, but it could not withstand the other shore realm's attack and was instantly defeated by the golden light. Then, the golden armor talisman appeared, draping Lin Moyu in golden light and putting on armor. Immediately afterwards, the golden armor talisman also shattered with a bang. Lin Moyu raised the golden sword and swung a huge shield. The golden light hit the shield, and the shield vibrated violently, but only lasted for a second before exploding on the spot. The golden light weakened and landed on Lin Moyu. The violet gold body was fully activated, but it also failed to block the golden light, and his body was immediately penetrated, and terrible damage suddenly broke out. Countless undead legions simultaneously shared the damage for Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu was horrified. This was the other shore realm's attack, it was too sharp. If it weren't for the undead legion sharing the damage for him, this attack would have been enough to kill him once. The Golden Eagle race's other shore realm is known for its sharpness, their attacks are extremely sharp, it seems I need to adjust my tactics. He had faced many other shore realm experts, but it seemed he had never truly faced a full-strength other shore realm. At this moment, before even meeting, the Golden Eagle race's other shore realm expert almost made Lin Moyu suffer a great loss. The two Golden Eagle race's other shore realm experts were also taken aback. Lin Moyu had withstood their attack head-on, and seemed to be completely fine. Boom boom. Explosions sounded, and the two of them exploded at the same time, the violent explosions deviating their flight direction. Golden light shone brightly, and the power of rules turned into armor, protecting the two of them. The massive energy contained in the explosion made them feel very uncomfortable. Such a strong attack, it has exceeded the peak of the Divine Lord realm. To be able to withstand our full blow, and possess such combat power at the first level of the Divine Lord realm, this son must not be allowed to live. The two Golden Eagle other shore realm experts exchanged ideas quickly, they deeply felt Lin Moyu's terror. If Lin Moyu continued to grow, once he stepped into the other shore realm, who could stop him? At that time, all races would face disaster. They had decided to kill Lin Moyu at all costs, but before they could act, two more violent explosions erupted. Corpses exploded, ignoring space. Lin Moyu was tens of millions of miles away, constantly detonating corpses. He had obtained some corpses of peak Divine Lords from the Soul Spirit battleship, and they were now being used. Lin Moyu continuously detonated corpses, bombarding the two other shore realm experts. The explosions made them only care about defense, and for a time it was difficult to attack Lin Moyu again. Explosions occurred one after another, and Lin Moyu was not only using the corpses of peak Divine Lords, but also some corpses of 7th Order and 8th Order Divine Lords. There were only so many corpses of peak Divine Lords, and they could not be used indiscriminately. The explosions continued, engulfing the two other shore realm experts. More than 10 seconds later, when the explosions ended, the two other shore realm experts, who had been blasted into a daze, realized that Lin Moyu had disappeared. The faces of the two were very ugly, they were other shore realm experts, yet Lin Moyu had escaped. Their bodies shone with golden light, and they used secret techniques to find Lin Moyu's whereabouts. This starry sky had been covered with an inescapable net by them, no matter where Lin Moyu escaped, he would be found quickly. Soon, they locked onto the direction Lin Moyu had escaped. Just as they were about to act, a burst of stinging pain came from their souls. In the starry sky, a terrifying eye of millions of meters in size had appeared at some point. The eye was burning with gray flames, and was staring at them coldly. Lin Moyu was gone, but he had left behind a backup plan. Although undead gaze couldn't harm them, it could cause some harassment, at least delaying them for a second or two wouldn't be a problem. A second or two was enough to fly far away. The two Golden Eagle clan other side experts unleashed fierce attacks, instantly shattering the undead eye. Then, the two flapped their wings and chased after Lin Moyu again. After all, the two were other side experts, and their speed was extremely fast, gradually closing the distance with Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu felt the two approaching. The Golden Eagle clan is indeed a race with top speed. Although they don't have the laws of space, their racial talent gives them amazing speed. Lin Moyu silently calculated the distance between himself and the others. At this rate, they would catch up in a few minutes. A flash of green light appeared in front of him, and an abyss demon eye emerged. Lin Moyu, I've caught you. The abyss demon eye let out a shriek, which was the voice of the abyss demon lord. Then, a green light exploded in the distance, and space suddenly rippled. Space was disrupted, and Lin Moyu's speed suddenly slowed down. Lin Moyu didn't panic and pointed at the abyss demon eye. Boom! Amidst the explosion, the abyss demon eye let out a scream and went out on the spot. Lin Moyu quickly adapted to the new spatial vibrations. After 30 seconds, he vibrated his undead wings again, broke through space, and sped away. In the distant place, the demon race's icy blue sky-piercing ship was breaking through the air. On the sky-piercing ship, 3 demon lords stood side by side, precisely the 3 demon lords who had chased Lin Moyu before. The warship was very fast and approached quickly. Icy blue light flashed, and a blue light shot out from the warship, exploding in front of Lin Moy, and the starry sky instantly froze. Chapter 1952. Is this guy really just a god lord? Lin Moy, you can't escape this time. The demon lord's cold voice echoed in the starry sky. Lin Moy didn't say a word, and the La River appeared under his feet. The La River surged, and he walked on the waves. The undying La surged out, forcibly smashing a path in the frozen starry sky. Lin Moy pointed his finger in the other direction, and the skeleton hell instantly enveloped the icy blue sky-piercing ship. Hellish fiends madly pounced on the three demon lords. What garbage! Get out of here! The demon lords took action and destroyed the skeleton hell. Marking complete, a subtle smile appeared on the corner of Lin Moy's mouth. Even if the skeleton hell hasn't grown yet, its ability to mark alone is no worse than any spell. Relying on this ability, Lin Moy can easily lock onto other side experts, and other spells can then be effective. Otherwise, he would suffer a great loss against other side experts. The icy blue sky-piercing ship was still hundreds of millions of kilometers away and shot out icy blue light again, wanting to completely freeze the starry sky. Lin Moy charged forward along the La River, while a large number of skeleton divine generals flew out, clearing the way for Lin Moy. The Golden Eagle clan other side experts were getting closer and closer, and they also showed surprise. Why is his La River under his feet? Never seen that before, it's illogical. The La River only moves from the top of the head to the body when stepping into other side. It's under his feet, I don't understand. If you don't understand, don't look. Catch up and kill him, and that's the end of it. The two didn't think too much about what they didn't understand. As long as they killed Lin Moy, it didn't matter whether it was on top of his head or under his feet. The icy blue sky-piercing ship continuously shot out icy blue rays, and space was constantly being frozen, greatly reducing Lin Moy's speed. This warship is a bit troublesome. Lin Moy's heart stirred, and a corpse of a peak god lord appeared in his hand, along with 100 drops of myriad colors water, and tens of thousands of faith power burning fiercely. Across hundreds of millions of miles, Lin Moy locked onto the icy blue sky-piercing ship and activated corpse explosion. In the deafening roar, a layer of barrier rose on the icy blue sky-piercing ship, and then the barrier shattered in the violent explosion. The icy blue sky-piercing ship was immediately blasted off course, and the warship shook and flew in another direction. The three demon lords were stunned at the same time, not expecting Lin Moy's counterattack to be so fierce and silent. They quickly reacted, put away the icy blue sky-piercing ship, and their bodies ignited with abyss fire, rushing towards Lin Moy. But their speed was much slower than the icy blue sky-piercing ship. Lin Moy broke through the frozen area, and the undead wings vibrated, preparing to break through space again. Several golden lights attacked from behind. The Golden Eagle clan other side experts had arrived, and they launched a strong attack on Lin Moy again. Having had the experience once, knowing the intensity of the attack, Lin Moy no longer used his body to block it. Dense skeleton divine generals appeared behind him, becoming Lin Moy's meat shields. Layers of golden armor runes flickered, forming countless layers of shields. The golden light pierced through the layers of shields, and a large number of skeleton divine generals were pierced through by the golden light and collapsed on the spot. The golden armor runes that were enough to withstand the attack of a peak god lord were like paper, useless. The golden light pierced through thousands of skeleton divine generals, and finally hit Lin Moy. A huge force exploded on Lin Moy. Lin Moy was blasted away, but in the blink of an eye, he vibrated his undead wings again, smashed through space, and broke through the air. Still okay. The Golden Eagle clan other side experts were stunned again. Lin Moy was still fine after withstanding their two attacks. Is this guy really just a god lord? But the more it was like this, the more they couldn't let Lin Moy go. They looked at each other, their bodies shone with golden light, their speed suddenly increased, and they rushed out. On the other side, the three demon lords also pounced over, but their speed was not as fast as the Golden Eagle clan god lords, nor was it as fast as Lin Moy who controlled the laws of space. It won't work to chase like this, we can't catch up. How can this guy be so fast? We'll intercept him in front. The three took out a magic stone and crushed it, and a teleportation channel appeared in front of them. The teleportation channel was connected to a distant teleportation array. This was near the demon race's star field, where the demon race had secretly set up a large number of teleportation arrays. They chose the nearest one to intercept Lin Moy in front. The distance between the Golden Eagle clan other side experts and Lin Moy was shortened again. The Golden Eagle other side experts used secret techniques, and their speed became faster and faster. Lin Moi snapped his fingers, and undead flames burned in the starry sky. The skeleton throne appeared, and the skeleton king responded and came out. God-slaying sword. The sword light exploded on the Golden Eagle clan other side experts. The attack equivalent to a peak god lord, although it couldn't hurt them yet, suddenly slowed them down, and the distance between them and Lin Moi widened again. The two casually destroyed the skeleton king and continued to chase. So many tricks, how can he be so slippery? The harder he is to kill, the more we have to kill him. If he becomes other side, it won't be us chasing him, but him killing us. The Golden Eagle clan other side experts were very clear-headed. The more difficult Lin Moi was to deal with, the more they had to kill him. If they let him go this time, the consequences would be endless. The two continued to accelerate and continued to chase Lin Moi. Lin Moi's gaze suddenly narrowed. He saw the three demon lords blocking his inevitable path. It was the three demon lords who had chased him before. How did they get to the front? Lin Moi was puzzled and immediately turned his direction. At this time, a ball of green flames exploded in the air, and the space became chaotic again. Lin Moi was affected, and his speed suddenly slowed down. Fortunately, the range of spatial influence was very large, and the Golden Eagle clan other side experts were also affected. Lin Moi immediately adjusted the laws of space to adapt. Bang! Another blast of abyssal fire erupted, making the space even more chaotic, rendering Lin Mo's adaptation efforts useless. The three demon lords flew towards Lin Mo, continuously detonating abyssal fire, turning the space into a tangled mess, giving Lin Mo no chance to adapt. They're not stupid, having quickly found a way to deal with me. With the space in chaos, Lin Mo completely lost his powerful mobility. The three demon lords drew closer and closer, while the Golden Eagle clan's other shore realm expert approached from behind. Lin Mo felt somewhat helpless. Without the laws of space, he, a divine Venerable, could never outspeed another shore realm expert. It seems I have to use my trump card. Lin Mo felt a bit of regret, but he wouldn't be stingy when it was time to use it. Trump cards were good, but certainly not as valuable as his own life. Facing 5 other shore realm experts simultaneously, he stood no chance. Lin Mo simply stopped moving, standing in the starry sky, symbolically summoning some skeletons. A magic stone was crushed, and a barrier arose from nothing, enveloping Lin Mo. The barrier was huge, with a diameter exceeding 1,000,000 kilometers, enough to encompass most stars. Lin Mo could sense that this barrier was not only large but also very strong. Breaking through it would require some effort. After the barrier enveloped Lin Mo, the three demon lords grinned, nowhere to escape, right? Quite smart, knowing to obediently wait for death. Seeing how cooperative you are, if you have any last words, say them, and this lord will pass them on to the human race. Lin Mo looked at them without saying a word. The three demon lords were waiting for the Golden Eagle clan's other shore realm expert to arrive. Lin Mo was also waiting for the Golden Eagle clan's other shore realm expert to arrive. Before long, 2 Golden Eagle clan's other shore realm experts rushed into the barrier, one in front and one behind, surrounding Lin Mo. Lin Mo sighed softly, there's no other way. He took out the law sphere given to him by Elder Xing. The Demon Lords and the Golden Eagle clan's other shore realm experts felt a sudden lurch in their hearts, sensing that something was amiss. Why wasn't Lin Mo panicking at all? Lin Mo moved his soul, and the law sphere was activated. Chapter 1953, The Devil Race's Foundation. As the law sphere was activated, an immense aura burst forth, instantly enveloping the entire barrier. The starry sky seemed to freeze, and the faces of the demon race's demon lords and the Golden Eagle clan's other shore realm experts all revealed shock. They were as if they had been subjected to a body-fixing spell, unable to move in the starry sky. The space was like a cage, firmly binding them. What level of power is this? How could he have such a thing? Not a Saint Venerable, stronger than a Saint Venerable, could it be? Impossible, it can't be that. They all thought of a certain possibility, but they were all clear that there were no supreme beings in this world anymore. Unless, it was a relic from the ancient era. But if the human race had such experts, why were they almost exterminated 10,000 years ago? As long as such an expert took action, what could the alliance of various races do? Lin Mo was like a mystery, seemingly having endless trump cards. The reason Lin Mo didn't want to entangle with them before was simply because he didn't want to waste his trump cards. They had already realized that it wasn't that Lin Mo was afraid of them, but that they weren't worthy. The law sphere exploded, and terrifying power sealed the space. It wasn't an ordinary seal, but a freezing of the entire space, making it difficult to move. Countless laws surged in the starry sky, twisting into chains, locking up several other shore realm experts. Elder Xing appeared beside Lin Mo, looking at him with a smile. Boy, didn't you say that other shore realm experts couldn't kill you? What's this then? Lin Mo smiled wryly. I said that one other shore realm expert couldn't kill me, but there are 5 here. Elder Xing's gaze swept over the 5 people, and the 5 felt as if they were about to be cut into pieces by Elder Xing's gaze. Elder Xing didn't make a move, but looked in another direction, saying faintly, "You've come." A ball of green and red intertwined flames appeared out of thin air, revealing a illusory, hazy, and incomparably ferocious face in the flames, a demon's face. A hoarse voice echoed in the starry sky, "According to the agreement, you shouldn't be taking action." Elder Xing chuckled. "Did I take action?" The demon said in a low voice, I want to take them away." Elder Xing didn't object, including these 2 eagle cubs. Diaresis. The demon pondered for a few seconds. "I'll take one." Elder Xing chuckled. "You're quite sensible, it's settled then." Then he looked at the 2 Golden Eagle clan's other shore realm experts, squinting his eyes. "It depends on your luck then." The 2 people's faces changed drastically. From the meaning they heard in the words, only one of them could live. Suddenly, a ball of flames arose out of thin air, enveloping one of them and the 3 demon lords. In the blink of an eye, the 4 other shore realm experts disappeared without a trace, leaving only one Golden Eagle clan's other shore realm expert on the field. This Golden Eagle clan's other shore realm expert felt terrified, his heart sinking to the bottom, feeling that a great disaster was imminent. Elder Xing chuckled. "What do you think? Do you want to do it yourself, or should I do it?" Lin Mo shamelessly said, "One task is no trouble for 2 people. You've already come, so just move a little. You don't have to kill him, just cripple him." Elder Xing glared at Lin Mo. "You have a lot of requests." Saying that, he looked at the Golden Eagle clan's other shore realm expert. "I forgot to ask you, what's your name? You're another shore realm expert after all, you can't die without knowing why. If your name sounds good, perhaps I can spare your life." The Golden Eagle clan's other shore realm expert seemed to be frightened by Elder Xing, and said in a trembling voice, "My name is Zongguang." "Not very good, then you can be on your way." Saying that, Elder Xing casually slapped out with his palm. With a bang, Zongguang's skin and flesh exploded, and his bones shattered, and he fainted on the spot. A dignified other shore realm expert was crippled by a single palm. Lin Mo witnessed the difference in power levels. This was the difference between Elder Xing and ordinary other shore realm experts. Elder Xing said, "Now you know why in ancient times, other shore realm experts were called cannon fodder." How could Lin Mo not understand? It was indeed cannon fodder. And he, a divine venerable, couldn't even be considered cannon fodder. Lin Mo didn't waste time, releasing the bone hell, letting the hell fiends devour the other shore realm expert. Although corpses could also be devoured, this kind of other shore realm expert who hadn't completely died and still had a soul had the greatest value. Now the bone hell was only a line away from advancing, and devouring this other shore realm expert should be enough. However, the other shore realm was very strong, and it would take some time to devour it. Elder Xing looked at Lin Mo's technique. "Your technique looks good." Lin Mo didn't hide anything, and wasn't humble at all. "I also think it's good, it can continue to grow through devouring." Elder Xing oed, "A technique that can grow, that's rare. I heard that you were drifted to the outer domain this time. How do you feel? Is the outer domain fun?" He looked at Lin Mo with a smile that wasn't a smile, as if he wanted to see Lin Mo make a fool of himself. Lin Mo said, "It's okay, I met 2 living supreme beings and learned some things from the ancient times." Elder Xing's expression finally changed, his eyes fixed on Lin Mo, and his tone became serious. "You said, you met living supreme beings, and there were 2 of them." "Yes." Elder Xing looked Lin Mo up and down. "Good boy, what kind of luck is this for you?" Then he looked around, as if to see if anyone was eavesdropping. The way he looked was a bit funny. Lowering his voice, "You quickly roll back and tell me about the outer domain. Don't talk about it here, let's talk about it when we get back." Lin Mo Yu understood what Star Old meant. This was indeed not the place to talk. Lin Mo Yu asked, "Senior, what was that demonic face just now?" Star Old said, "That is the foundation of the demon race." Lin Mo Yu was shocked, and immediately thought of a possibility. back then, Shao War God didn't wipe out the demon race, could it be because of it? Star Old smiled meaningfully, not bad, you can even think of this, quite smart. Lin Moyu muttered to himself, no wonder. The demon race had such a foundation, no wonder Shao Zantian retreated after severely injuring the demon race. It wasn't that they couldn't be truly destroyed, it was that destroying them would cost an unbearable price. Back then, they had to deal with not only the demon race, but also other races. It was hard to say that the other powerful races had no foundation. Star Old said, understood now. Powerful races are all similar, you can't destroy them if you want to. Come back quickly, stop messing around, otherwise those old guys will become shameless, and I won't be able to save you in time. Lin Moyu also realized the seriousness of the matter, understood. It turned out that he had been playing with fire all these days. If he provoked the foundation of the demon race, then the trouble would be great. Qian Li Jiao, although he still had a trump card, he had the body of the Mountain Forest Supreme in his hand. But he couldn't guarantee it would be useful, without locking onto a target, it would be useless. Sometimes, if the strength difference is too great, the trump card will become a rotten card. Star Old disappeared into the starry sky after waiting for half an hour. His power in the Law Sphere was limited, and it was only because he didn't take action that he could stay for half an hour. If he used his full strength, the duration would be greatly reduced. The devouring of the skeleton hell lasted for a full 2 hours, and the hell fiend finally devoured the profound light. The skeleton hell released a hazy light, the hellfire river burned fiercely, countless mists were breeding, and faint, terrifying screams came, making the entire hell even more eerie and terrifying. The number of hell fiends increased dramatically, directly reaching 10 million. The strength of each hell fiend could also be comparable to the 7th rank of God Venerable. The area that the skeleton hell could cover also doubled, reaching 100 million kilometers, and some smaller galaxies could cover half of it. Chapter 1954. Flatten your head, get lost. At the border of the demon race, the human race army was pressing down, and the two armies were facing each other. Small conflicts had already broken out several times, but large-scale battles had not yet begun. The human race was aggressive, as if a war could break out at any time. The Golden Eagle race's army also rushed over from the side, they didn't come in large numbers, but they were all strong. Thousands of God Venerables formed a Golden Eagle battle formation, ready to enter the battlefield at any time. Several imitation war god fortresses of the human race had formations flickering, not fearing even fighting on two fronts. Dozens of light years away from the battlefield, Hao Shungjun and others controlled the genuine war god fortress, leaping out from the deep space. They were stopped. Hell Demon Venerable and Abyss Demon Venerable, with a group of other side, blocked the war god fortress's path. The demon race was different from the Buddhist race. The Buddhist race had not experienced war, their galaxies were like leaky broken walls everywhere. Each galaxy had formations to protect it, but they were independent and not a system. The demon race was different, they were in a state of war all year round, and had established an extremely powerful defense system within the race. In the core area of the demon race, there were barriers connecting each galaxy into one, not only defending the surface of space, but also staring at the deep space. Most of the power of the abyss fire was shrouded here, even if one wanted to break in from the deep space, it would not be easy. In this respect, the demon race was stronger than the Three Silver race. Even if they were both powerful races, one could still distinguish the differences. Hao Shungjun and others naturally couldn't go around from the periphery, they went directly through the center of the demon race. 807 was so upright. This was also one of the purposes, to attract the attention of the top experts of the demon race, and to share the pressure for Lin Moyu. In the starry sky, the war god fortress transformed into a terrifying war weapon, displaying powerful combat power. The formations roared, countless attacks blasted out from the war god fortress, and stars were destroyed. In the blink of an eye, galaxies were swept away, and countless demons were killed. This was the demon race's star field. The war god fortress could fire at full power here, unscrupulously, without any scruples. The war god fortress lived up to its reputation, showing amazing combat power, not weaker than ordinary other side. The other side demon venerables in the demon race tried their best to resist the war god fortress's attack. Their main purpose was to protect the surrounding galaxies. Hell Demon Venerable's voice roared like thunder. Heavenly Saint Venerable, does the human race want to fight a decisive battle with the demon race? He waved his giant palm, and slapped down towards the war god fortress. Countless fire giant palms appeared in the starry sky, the hellfire roared, and bombarded the war god fortress. The formations in the war god fortress shone brightly, firmly blocking the hell demon Venerable's attack. Heavenly Saint Venerable stood within the formation, with a smile on his face. You should be clear about our intentions. If you don't understand, Abyss Demon Venerable must understand. Abyss Demon Venerable naturally understood, and had already told Hell Demon Aidf Venerable. The human race's intention was to hold them back, and to share the pressure for Lin Mo Yu. Abyss Demon Venerable sneered repeatedly. This Venerable is naturally clear, but do you think you can hold us back? This is our territory, you came here, it's not certain whether you can go back. Heavenly Saint Venerable sneered. Abyss Demon Venerable, why doesn't your main body come over? Coming over with a clone, are you afraid? Abyss Demon Venerable laughed. My main body naturally has things to do, for example, to kill Lin Mo Yu. Heavenly Saint Venerable's face changed. Abyss Demon Venerable's main body was not here. If he went to kill Lin Mo Yu, then Lin Mo Yu would be in danger. Abyss Demon Venerable was a Saint Venerable, not someone Lin Mo Yu could resist. At this time, War Saint Venerable spoke. Since that's the case, then let's fight. Heavenly Saint Venerable nodded. Then let's fight. War Saint Venerable gave an order. The war god fortress's gate opened, and other side warships flew out. There were 10 ships in total. These warships all had combat power no weaker than other side. After the warships, were many other side experts, also 10, half of whom came from the War God Hall. Above the fortress, Heavenly Saint Venerable, House Saint Venerable, War Saint Venerable, Killing Saint Venerable, 4 Saint Venerable's fighting spirit rose, ready to fight at any time. Although their purpose was to delay, it was not impossible to make it real. Heavenly Saint Venerable stared at Abyss Demon Venerable coldly and said, then I'll kill your clone first, and then kill your main body. House Saint Venerable's voice was calm. If your main body doesn't come, the demon race will have one less Saint Venerable, just right to defeat them one by one. Abyss Demon Venerable's whole body's green flames were boiling. Hee, then you can try, whether you can kill this Venerable. A ball of emerald flames exploded, and 2 clusters of golden light suddenly lit up. 2 Saint Venerables of the Golden Eagle race suddenly appeared in the starry sky. At this time, another demon came from afar, and instantly landed in front of him. This demon's whole body was like black iron, and lava flowed under the black iron. After he arrived, he let out a roar, his voice shook the starry sky. Human race, long time no see. Lava Demon Venerable. Several people were old acquaintances, they had all fought before, and were familiar with each other. Abyss Demon Venerable laughed. 4 to 4, isn't it even now? Flatten your head. In a delicate shout, an extremely sharp sword chi rushed out from the War God Fortress, straight at Abyss Demon Venerable. Abyss Demon Venerable's face changed greatly, and he retreated quickly. He was very fast, but not faster than the sword chi. Lava Demon Venerable roared, and punched at the sword chi. The starry sky was like a volcano erupting. A ball of flames exploded in the air, colliding with the sword chi. The entire starry sky was shaking, the space collapsed on the spot, turning into a sea of fire. Abyss Demon Venerable let out a strange cry, and most of the flames covering his body went out. Although the Lava Demon Lord blocked this sword for him, he was still impacted. After all, it was just an avatar, equivalent to an ordinary other shore realm, far less powerful than the main body. The Abyss Demon Lord had lingering fears, when he heard the Hell Demon Lord shout, "Be careful!" In the sea of fire, a figure rushed out, with a sharp sword light, instantly pounced in front of him. 10,000 swords devour the void. The sword energy exploded. This sword exploded in all directions, covering hundreds of millions of miles of starry sky. The Abyss Demon Lord's face changed drastically. The sword energy was already in front of him, it was impossible to dodge. His whole body's flames soared, the abyss fire burned fiercely, turning into a shield to block in front of him. A peculiar aura flew out from the flames. He used the origin magic. The green shield suddenly became extremely strong, blocking the infinite sword energy. The Hell Demon Lord let out a roar, "Get back!" On his head, countless hairs stretched for millions of miles, turning into whips and lashed over. "Get your sister back!" What responded to him was a delicate shout, and a stronger sword energy erupted. His hairs were all broken. Sword Saint Venerable transformed into a sharp sword, and heavily stabbed on the Abyss Demon Lord's shield. With a bang, the shield blessed by the origin magic shattered. Heavenly slash. Another delicate shout, the Abyss Demon Lord let out a scream, and was swallowed by the sword energy. The sword energy cut through the sky, broke through the space barrier, and bombarded a distant galaxy. The galaxy collapsed on the spot, the stars in the galaxy instantly went out, the planets exploded one after another, and a galaxy was razed to the ground. The sword light reversed and quickly returned to the War God Fortress, and Sword Saint Venerable appeared in the starry sky. The Hell Demon Lord's face was very ugly. Sword Saint Venerable, I didn't expect you to come too. Sword Saint Venerable said with coldness, is it up to you whether this Venerable comes or not? The next sword will kill you. Sword Saint Venerable's attack was too fierce, directly killing the Abyss Demon Lord's avatar as soon as he came up, really not giving any face. War Saint Venerable said, it's my turn to do it, I can't let Sword Saint Venerable be beautiful alone. He gave a soft shout, the aura of the Saint Venerable soared into the sky, and a giant spear with a diameter of over 10,000 meters appeared in the starry sky. Chapter 1955. If the God Road recovers, we will go. The appearance of this 10,000-meter spear made the demons present tremble. The two Golden Eagle race Saint Venerables who came to support turned around and retreated without saying a word. They retreated hundreds of millions of miles in an instant, their eyes filled with fear. It was the terror of this spear. The Lava Demon Lord roared, War God Spear, you actually brought it. War Saint Venerable sneered, yes, otherwise you guys would think we are bluffing. The Hell Demon Lord said coldly, the War God Spear is indeed terrifying, but how many shots can you fire? War Saint Venerable laughed, a few shots don't matter, enough to kill you. The War God Spear bloomed with the light of thunder, countless thunder lights shot out on the spear, the thunder light shattered the starry sky, turning a large area of stars into a sea of thunder. The demon lords retreated one after another, avoiding the thunder, seemingly not daring to contend with the thunder. Not for anything else, just its name is enough to scare people. War God Spear, once Xiao Zontian's natal magic weapon. The number of strong men who died under the War God Spear is countless, the number of Saint Venerables among them is no less than 10, as for the other shore realm, there are even more. Xiao Zontian once swept across all races with this spear, making the strong men of all races tremble with fear. After Xiao Zontian disappeared, the War God Spear remained in the War God Temple. In the following years, the War God Spear also had several records of appearing. Whether it is the demon race or the Golden Eagle race, they all have records about this spear, and Saint Venerables have been seriously injured by the War God Spear. Fortunately, the War God Spear is difficult to drive, even a Saint Venerable can hardly use it continuously. The War God Spear is rarely used, and when it is used, it must be a big battle. War Saint Venerable smiled, who of you wants to take a shot from this Venerable first? His gaze swept over like electricity, and the demon lords retreated again, no one dared to take the War God Spear. Taking a shot, either die or be injured. The Lava Demon Lord roared, this Venerable wants to see how powerful the War God Spear is. He was angry, he failed to block the Sword Saint Venerable just now, which directly led to the Abyss Demon Lord's avatar being beheaded. He was already furious. Now he wants to wipe out the shame. His fists collided with each other, and a magic weapon flew out, turning into a full-body armor covering his whole body. Lava flowed on the armor, making the Lava Demon Lord even more hideous. After putting on the armor, the Lava Demon Lord's aura soared, and along with it, his size also soared. The Lava Demon Lord, who was originally only 10 meters tall, instantly grew to more than 10,000 meters, although it was still not comparable to the War God Spear, but his aura was at least twice as strong as before. War Saint Venerable sneered, then you can try. A murderous intent flashed in his eyes, and accompanied by a roar, the War God Spear stabbed out fiercely. The sea of thunder exploded, and countless thunders spread to the surroundings. The previously crippled galaxy collapsed in the thunder. The Lava Demon Lord roared, his fists collided and erupted boundless lava, colliding with the sea of thunder. At the same time, he punched out, smashing towards the War God Spear. The terrifying power swept the starry sky, the War God Fortress's formation flickered, and it was uncontrollably shaken away. The demon lords changed their colors, they were like leaves in a storm, swept in all directions. The Lava Demon Lord's huge body was blasted away, scattering countless lava along the way. His armor appeared with dense cracks, as if it would break at any time. His arm hung down weakly, and countless lava fell from his arm, like a waterfall. This lava was his blood, and it could be seen that there was a huge wound on his arm. The wound ran through the entire arm, and it was difficult to heal. The Saint Venerable's physical body is extremely strong, and the recovery speed is extremely amazing. But now, the physical body is injured and cannot heal, which shows how powerful the war god spear is. This shot not only injured the surface, but also injured the soul. One shot seriously injured the lava demon lord, and several other shore realm demon lords were lucky. If it were them, I'm afraid it wouldn't be as simple as a serious injury, they might be killed on the spot. The war god spear returned to the war saint Venerable's hand, and the war saint Venerable waved his hand, and the 10,000-meter war god spear condensed again in the starry sky. It's good to be able to catch one shot, try how many shots you can catch. War saint Venerable said coldly, his eyes locked on the lava demon lord. The second shot was fired, and the thunder broke out again. The lava demon lord's face changed drastically, he roared, his whole body erupted with lava, and a illusory lava world appeared in front of him. He sacrificed the real world, he knew that if he didn't sacrifice the real world, he might die. The hell demon lord roared, do you want to die endlessly? Heavenly Saint Venerable sneered, are you stupid? The human race and the demons have a deep blood feud, and it is normal to die endlessly. The Hell Demon Lord also felt that he was stupid, he saw that the Lava Demon Lord could hardly catch the second shot, and roared and rushed over, wanting to help. At this time, a red and green flame exploded in the starry sky, and the flame condensed into a demon face. The demon face happened to appear in front of the Lava Demon Lord, blocking the War God Spear for the Lava Demon Lord. In the loud noise, the Sea of Thunder broke out. War God Saint Venerable's face changed. He stretched out his hand and pulled hard, and the war god spear flew back like electricity, returning to his hand. The sea of thunder in the starry sky also quickly shrank at this moment, and was actually sucked away by the suddenly appearing demon face. When the lava demon lord saw the demon face, he immediately respectfully called out, "Greetings, demon lord." The hell demon lord also saluted the demon face, respectfully saying, "Greetings, demon lord." Those other shore realm demon lords wore blank expressions. They didn't know about the Demon Lord, but seeing the appearances of the Hell Demon Lord and the Lava Demon Lord, they followed suit, bowing to the demonic face and respectfully calling it Demon Lord. Unlike the Demon Lords, the Heavenly Saint Venerable showed no fear in the face of the Demon Lord. I didn't expect the Demon Lord to come in person, a rare occurrence indeed. The Demon Lord looked at the Battle Saint Venerable and others, Lin Mo Yu is fine, and my clan will not pursue him. The Heavenly Saint Venerable's eyes flickered, as if he had thought of something. With the Demon Lord's status, we naturally believe you. Saying that, he winked at the Battle Saint Venerable, the meaning being, let's quit while we're ahead. The Battle Saint Venerable understood and immediately issued an order. All other shore realm experts and warships immediately returned to the War God Fortress, and the gates of the War God Fortress slowly closed. The Sword Saint Venerable seemed to want to say something, but seeing the Heavenly Saint Venerable's gaze, she forcibly held back. The Heavenly Saint Venerable said to the Demon Lord, the army will not retreat until Lin Mo Yu returns safely. Agreed. The Demon Lord grunted heavily. The War God Fortress activated, disappearing into the deep space, vanishing into the starry sky. In this battle, the demon race suffered significant losses. The Lava Demon Lord was injured, the Abyss Demon Lord's clone was slain, 4 star systems were reduced to dust, and countless demon citizens perished. After the War God Fortress disappeared, the Hell Demon Lord whispered, Demon Lord, are we really just letting them go like this? The Demon Lord looked at the Hell Demon Lord, asking in return, can you stop them? The Hell Demon Lord instinctively replied, if the Demon Lord were to act, it should be possible. The Demon Lord let out a cold laugh, I just met with that person from the human race. The Hell Demon Lord was startled, he actually came too. He clearly knew about Star Old Man, and was also aware that Star Old Man and the Demon Lord belonged to the same level of existence, the foundation of the two races. It was precisely because of the Demon Lord's existence that Shao Zhan, the genius of 10,000 years ago, had to let the demon race off. The Demon Lord didn't waste any more words, let Lin Mo Yu leave with him, do not pursue him any further, let this matter rest. The Hell Demon Lord frowned, although he didn't dare to disobey the Demon Lord, as a Saint Venerable, he still had something to say, Demon Lord, if this Lin Mo Yu grows up, he will be a great disaster for our race. The Demon Lord said in a voice only the Hell Demon Lord could hear, The God Road is broken, there is a limit to how strong he can become. If the God Road is restored one day, then let's leave. The Hell Demon Lord was stunned. Leave? Where to? Leave this place and go beyond the domain. Chapter 1956. Even ancient times are considered precious. The War God Fortress sailed through deep space, returning to merge with the main army. The Sword Saint Venerable looked displeased. Why did you stop me? The Heavenly Saint Venerable said in a low voice, surely, you didn't want to fight the Demon Lord. The Sword Saint Venerable scoffed, why not? The Heavenly Saint Venerable said, you are not his opponent, there is no need to fight. The Sword Saint Venerable was unconvinced, how do you know if you haven't fought? The Heavenly Saint Venerable said, then go back and spar with Star Old Man. Star Old Man's strength is about the same as the Demon Lord's. The Sword Saint Venerable grunted, even if I can't beat him, I should at least try, to know how strong the other party is, to have an idea. The Battle Saint Venerable sat to the side, saying in a low voice, you've all seen the situation with the War God Spear, being able to easily block the War God Spear already proves his strength. At this moment, the Battle Saint Venerable's voice was slightly erratic, his face pale, looking like he had overexerted himself. Even though he was a Saint Venerable, repeatedly activating the War God Spear twice put a great burden on him. With his battle strength, he could activate it at most 3 times in a row before exhausting all his power. Now, having activated it twice in a row, with more than half of his power consumed, the Battle Saint Venerable was recovering. The Sword Saint Venerable glanced at the Battle Saint Venerable, her mouth opened and moved twice, rarely not retorting. She knew how strong the War God Spear was. Using the War God Spear as an example, she was indeed inferior to the Demon Lord, the difference between the two was vast. She was just very unconvinced before, why should they retreat after a Demon Lord came out and said a few words? The Heavenly Saint Venerable said, since the Demon Lord said that little friend Lin is safe, then he will be safe. I guess he has met Star Old Man, and they should have reached some kind of consensus between them. In that case, we will wait patiently and believe that little friend Lin will be back soon. The Killing Saint Venerable, who had not spoken all along, suddenly spoke, do you think there is no way to deal with the Demon Lord? The vast Saint Venerable gently shook his head, as long as the Supreme does not come out, there is no way to deal with the Demon Lord, otherwise the War God would not have let the demon race off in the past. The Battle Saint Venerable sighed, in the past, the War God did intend to destroy the demon race, as well as several other races, but unfortunately they had a foundation, and the War God had to stop. It was not only the demon race that had a foundation, but also races like the Golden Eagle race and the Bull Demon race. The several Saint Venerables were very clear that being called a strong race was not that simple. The vast Saint Venerable's eyes were filled with longing, if little friend Lin can recast the God Road, perhaps he can deal with them. The several Saint Venerables were somewhat helpless, how difficult it was to recast the God Road. Even Shaozan, the War God of the past, could not do it. These Saint Venerables had all tried, but the results were unsatisfactory. In the great world, 100 God Roads were all destroyed, only the God Road in the human race seemed to be destroyed but not destroyed, seemingly still having a glimmer of hope. It was just that this glimmer of hope was too slim. After the War God Fortress returned, the human race army did not retreat, still maintaining a high-pressure state against the demon race. Before Lin Moyu returned, the army would not retreat. They believed the Demon Lord's words, but not completely. Lin Moyu did not delay any further, following the closest route on the star chart, quickly flying towards the human race star field. Time passed day by day, and in the blink of an eye, several years had passed. In front of the human race army, the War God Fortress, which had been silent for several years, suddenly moved. It disappeared into the starry sky again, drilling into deep space. Lin Moyu vibrated his wings of the undead, constantly smashing space, leaving behind broken gaps along the way. Suddenly, he stopped, it seems like something is approaching. Through space, he sensed changes from deep space. In these years, although he had been rushing, constantly vibrating the wings of the undead made him more and more proficient in the laws of space, and his mastery had also improved. Coupled with his extremely sharp soul, even subtle changes in space could trigger his senses. Not long after Lin Moyu stopped, space twisted not far away, and the War God Fortress appeared. Familiar auras came from the War God Fortress, and the vast Saint Venerable, Heavenly Saint Venerable, and Battle Saint Venerable appeared on the fortress. Lin Moyu was overjoyed. Junior greets the Saint Venerables. The vast Saint Venerable was in a very good mood at the moment. It's good that you're back. The heavenly Saint Venerable nodded with a smile. Let's go, we can talk on the way, you've been out for several years, it's time to go back. A wanderer returning home, stepping into the war god fortress, his mood seemed a little different. Lin Moyu asked, did the Saint Venerables come specifically to pick up Junior? The battle Saint Venerable glanced at Lin Moyu. Of course we came to pick you up, you can simply be said to be the one with the most faith in our human race for tens of thousands of years. Lin Moyu was a little confused. Junior doesn't understand. The vast Saint Venerable smiled and told Lin Moyu about what they had done these years. Hearing that they had dispatched a large army to relieve the pressure for him in order to pick him up, Lin Moyu was very touched. As Lin Moyu returned, the human race army received orders and began to withdraw. The war god fortress then took Lin Moyu directly back to the divine city Starfield Zero. In these years, the Sword Saint Venerable and Killing Saint Venerable had already left for other matters, and those other Shore Realm experts had also basically returned. In the War God Fortress, only the Battle Saint Venerable, Vast Saint Venerable, and Heavenly Saint Venerable remained. Under their questioning, Lin Moyu also told about his experiences in the outer domain. Hearing that Lin Moyu had encountered the Red Star Supreme, Mountain Forest Supreme, and even managed to cripple the Mountain Forest Supreme, eventually chasing him into the Soul Spirit battleship. Until the Mountain Forest Supreme died in the Soul Spirit battleship, they all felt incredible. Lin Moyu's experience was like a mythical story, something that others would not encounter once in their lives, but Lin Moyu had encountered in just a few decades. The three holy sovereigns looked at each other, speechless. Holy Sovereign Hao said, I also went to the outer territories in my early years, and traveled there for hundreds of years. What I experienced is not as much as you. Holy Sovereign Zan snorted, it sounds like I haven't been there. Who hasn't? Holy Sovereign Tian smiled, this is just different people, different fates. Holy Sovereign Tian had also been to the outer territories many times, and he would often travel in spirit every once in a while, often going to the outer territories, but he had never seen the Red Star Supreme or the Mountain Forest Supreme. It must be said that this was Lin Moyu's luck. Whether it was good luck or bad luck, it was his luck. Lin Moyu took out the box left by the Soul Spirit race. I don't know what this box is for, and I can't open it. The three holy sovereigns carefully observed the box, and Holy Sovereign Hao frowned. This box is made using ancient rune techniques, combined with the Stone of Time. With the combination of the two, the box is extremely strong, and the items inside will not be affected by time. Even in that era, only some extremely valuable items would be preserved in this way. Among the three, Holy Sovereign Hao was the most knowledgeable, and quickly analyzed the situation of the box. After Holy Sovereign Hao said this, everyone became more curious about the items in the box, wondering what kind of things would need to be treasured so much. Things that could be regarded as treasures by ancient powerhouses must not be simple goods. Unfortunately, they could see it, but they couldn't open it. Holy Sovereign Hao said, after we go back, let Rune Holy Sovereign take a look, maybe he will have a way, and if that doesn't work, we can ask Old Sheng. Lin Moyu nodded, there is one more thing, Luo Shen is awake. The three looked over at the same time, and Holy Sovereign Zan asked, is that the mixed blood princess of the Starry Sky Fish People race? That's her. Chapter 1957. Luo Shen's Past, the shortest-lived Holy Sovereign. Luo Shen is the most legendary figure in the last 10,000 years. Her father was a human, and her mother was a princess of the Starry Sky Fish People race. This princess was no ordinary princess, she was a princess who had awakened her bloodline and comprehended the laws of space. This princess had a very high status in the Starry Sky Fish People race and could not be married off. No one knew what means the human race used, but the Fish People princess eloped with him. The two disappeared for many years, and in the end, the Fish People princess never returned. Only the human man returned, bringing back a daughter, and named her Luo Shen. Luo Shen was still a child when she returned. Originally, the Starry Sky Fish People race would not have allowed the existence of a mixed blood like Luo Shen. But Luo Shen was born with an awakened bloodline and mastered the laws of space. At that time, the Starry Sky Fish People race was in a strange stage. None of the royal bloodlines in the race had awakened. Only a few of the older generation still controlled the laws of space, but they were also nearing the end of their lives. If they all left, no one in the Starry Sky Fish People race would be able to control the laws of space, which would be a terrible disaster for the Starry Sky Fish People race. So after discussing, they accepted Luo Shen, and Luo Shen became the only mixed-blood princess in the Starry Sky Fish People race. At first, her status was not high, and she was also ostracized by the tribe. But as her strength grew stronger, her status gradually stabilized, and her power also grew. Strangely enough, since Luo Shen arrived, the royal family of the Starry Sky Fish People race began to awaken their bloodlines again. More and more people awakened their bloodlines, and the older generation of the Starry Sky Fish People race felt that Luo Shen brought good luck. Until Luo Shen reached the Holy Sovereign, she became the youngest and most powerful Holy Sovereign in the Starry Sky Fish People race. Later, Luo Shen left the Starry Sky Fish People race and disappeared. Lin Moyu recounted Luo Shen's experience, and Holy Sovereign Hao said, so she encountered the Mountain Forest Supreme and was seriously injured in a sneak attack. Holy Sovereign Tian smiled, the Soul Pearl fell into the starry sky and was obtained by you. The Mountain Forest Supreme died because of you, and finally Luo Shen was resurrected because of you. In this way, you are Luo Shen's savior. Holy Sovereign Zan winked at Lin Moyu, suddenly acting like an old rascal. This old man has seen Luo Shen before, she is very beautiful. You saved her, did she want to offer herself to you? If you do, just agree, our human race is not so rigid, it doesn't matter. Holy Sovereign Hao also said seriously, this is possible. Lin Moyu didn't know whether to laugh or cry. These holy sovereigns were usually serious and aloof, how could they suddenly become like this? Lin Moyu didn't respond to their words. I feel that Luo Shen seems to be looking for something in the outer territories. Holy Sovereign Hao was indeed knowledgeable and talented, he said, I do know about this. Luo Shen is looking for the whereabouts of her mother. Not only her, but her father is also looking. Holy Sovereign Zan and Holy Sovereign Tian looked over, their eyes flashing with gossip. Old Hao, how do you know? If I remember correctly, the things about Luo Shen back then were also learned from you, right? At that time, I found it strange, why would you know so much about Luo Shen's affairs? The two stared at Holy Sovereign Hao, as if they had discovered a new continent. Holy Sovereign Hao's expression did not change, actually, it's nothing, just some old things. Luo Shen's father is called Luo Qitian, and he used to be a friend of mine. These things were told to me by Luo Qitian. After he sent Luo Shen back then, he came to me. Lin Moyu looked strange. If Holy Sovereign Hao and Luo Shen's father were friends, then why didn't he ask for Luo Shen's soul pearl when he knew it was in his hands? After all, with his ability, the chance of Luo Shen being resurrected would be higher. But Holy Sovereign Hao pretended not to know anything, and said nothing, did nothing. Holy Sovereign Hao felt Lin Moyu's gaze and slowly explained, Luo Qitian and Luo Shen's mother escaped to the outer territories and later encountered an accident. Luo Shen's mother disappeared, leaving only Luo Shen behind. Luo Qitian naturally wanted to find her, but he didn't want Luo Shen to have an accident, so he sent Luo Shen back. Afterwards, he came to me and had a drink with me before leaving, and told me the whole thing. In fact, there is one more thing that you don't know, the holy sovereigns of the Starry Sky Fish People race only have a lifespan of 5,000 years. Everyone was taken aback, and Holy Sovereign Zan blurted out, so little. If nothing unexpected happens, the lifespan of a holy sovereign is generally between 30,000 and 50,000 years. Different races have different lifespans, but most of them are concentrated in the range of 30,000 to 50,000 years. Only some special races, such as plant-based races, can live a little longer, and it is not impossible to live for 70,000 or 80,000 years. But if it is said that the Holy Sovereign can only live for 5,000 years, then it is too short, only about 1/10 of the normal lifespan. Lin Moyu's heart skipped a beat, and he thought of the Starry Sky Spirit race. He secretly guessed, could it be because the Starry Sky Fish People race was also created by a celestial venerable, so their lifespan is particularly short? He felt that it was not impossible. Creating living beings is already an extremely heaven-defying act. After all, celestial venerables are not God, and it is understandable that these non-naturally born creatures have some shortcomings in lifespan. Holy Sovereign Tian said, but Luo Shen's lifespan is more than 5,000 years. Holy Sovereign Hao nodded, yes, that's because Luo Shen has human blood, so she is different from other Starry Sky Fish People. Luo Shen's mother also seemed to have been affected by Luo Qitian, so her lifespan changed. Luo Qitian felt that his wife was still alive, so he has been searching in the outer territories. It seems that Luo Shen also went to the outer territories to find her parents. However, Luo Shen reached the Holy Sovereign and waited until the second Holy Sovereign appeared in the starry sky fish people race before leaving. Lin Moyu nodded secretly. It seems that Luo Shen had already repaid the kindness of raising her. From his brief contact with Luo Shen was indeed a person who valued affection and righteousness. Lin Moyu listened more and spoke less as they chatted along the way. The Holy Sovereigns had experienced a lot in tens of thousands of years, and there were endless stories in their mouths. Lin Moyu could obtain a lot of information from these stories. When they returned to the Divine City Star territory, Lin Moyu left the War God Fortress. He transferred to Holy Sovereign Hao's battleship and returned to the core area, while the War God Fortress was taken away by Holy Sovereign Zan. The War God Fortress was originally the property of the War God Palace and was usually managed by Holy Sovereign Zan. Feeling the familiar atmosphere of the Divine City Star territory and looking at the prosperous star systems, Lin Moyu felt the peaceful beauty of the human race. If a race can live peacefully and for a long time, it is a kind of happiness. War is terrible. Once it descends, countless living beings will become sacrifices. Lin Moyu hoped that this kind of disaster would not happen in the human race again. Holy Sovereign Hao said, after returning to the Divine City, take a good rest for a while, and then I will have something to ask you to do. Lin Mo nodded, okay, I'll come to you after I sort out what I've gained from this trip. Hao Shungjun smiled, no rush, take your time to rest. Tian Shungjun also smiled, indeed, there's no rush. We've waited thousands of years for this, so there's no need to hurry. Chapter 1958. What is it like outside the domain? As the warship returned to God City, Lin Mo's relaxed spirit suddenly tightened, and his brows furrowed slightly. His eyes were filled with questions. My sister isn't here. He didn't sense Lin Mo Han's aura. Lin Mo Han wasn't in God City. Hao Shungjun said, 3 years ago, your sister awakened, and her cultivation reached the 9th rank of God Venerable. Sword Saint Venerable asked for her opinion, and with her permission, took her to cultivate. Lin Mo asked, where did she go? Hao Shungjun said, she went to the Sword World. The Sword World is an independent space left over from ancient times, once the location of a sect in the ancient era. Later, we discovered it and obtained some inheritance from it, but some of the inheritance has not yet been unearthed. Don't worry, there's no danger inside. If your sister is lucky enough, she can obtain the final inheritance of this sect, which would be a great opportunity. Lin Mo didn't doubt Hao Shungjun's words, muttering to himself, it's good that there's no danger. Tian Shungjun said, in the advanced area of God City, there's a sect called Heavenly Sword Sect. Its founder obtained a heavenly sword inheritance from the Sword World, and thus created the Heavenly Sword Sect. He also used this inheritance to cultivate to the other shore realm, almost becoming a Saint Venerable. According to him, the Heavenly Sword is just a medium-level inheritance in that sect. In ancient times, there were many sects, and there were many strong inheritances. If one could obtain a powerful and suitable inheritance, it would indeed be a good thing. Lin Mo originally wanted his sister to try the Soul Sword Sect's inheritance, but it seems he'll have to wait. There's no rush anyway. I wonder which is stronger compared to the Soul Sword Sect's inheritance. Lin Mo thought in his heart, but the two couldn't be compared. Returning to the central hall, Fu Shungjun had received the news early and was waiting there. He hurriedly asked, where's the thing? Fu Shungjun's greatest interest in this life is studying runes, especially ancient runes. Unfortunately, there are too few complete ancient runes, which is a major regret. Now that there are complete ancient runes in front of him, how could Fu Shungjun not be anxious? Hao Shungjun threw the box to Fu Shungjun, what's the rush, open corner bracket. Fu Shungjun said, how can I not be anxious about such rare material? He hugged the box, his eyes gleaming as he scanned over it, becoming more and more excited. The next moment, he turned into a stream of light and disappeared before everyone's eyes, returning to his cultivation room to study the runes. The few people present all smiled dumbly. For Fu Shungjun, what was inside the box didn't matter, what mattered was the runes on the box. Hao Shungjun said, I hope he can figure it out. If it really doesn't work, we'll ask old Xing again. Lin Mo thought in his heart, if it really doesn't work, I'll smash it. Since the things inside are so precious, they should be very hard, right? At most, I'll be careful when smashing it and smash it a few more times. Lin Mo had confidence in the Staff of Calamity. It's accurate for smashing things. Thinking of the Staff of Calamity, Lin Mo remembered the soul spirit world he had once visited. The soul spirit race's soul spirit beasts can be absorbed to strengthen the soul gem, allowing the soul gem to truly awaken. Lin Mo felt that he should take a trip to the soul spirit world sometime, perhaps he could gain something there. Everything that needed to be said and discussed along the way had already been done. Lin Mo returned to his cultivation room. He wanted to sort out his gains. He had gained some new insights into the laws of space along the way. After sorting it out properly, his mastery of the laws of space would definitely improve. Compared to the laws of space, the laws of time were the problem that plagued Lin Mo the most. At least space can be felt, but time is always passing and is always difficult to grasp. Now, Lin Mo can only speed up time a little, and it's only his own time that's being sped up, which has no practical effect. Abandoning distracting thoughts, Lin Mo sorted himself out, allowing his body and mind to completely calm down. The dust of the journey was washed away, and his spirit, energy, and essence quickly returned to their peak state. In the soul world, the lost star river of the laws of space emerged, and his own branch became thicker. Lin Mo estimated that, calculated as a percentage, his mastery of the laws of space had now reached about 15%. But the laws of time didn't even have a thread. His original plan of advancing both at the same time was a complete miscalculation. A few days later, the space where Lin Mo was located suddenly changed, and a teleportation array formed directly above Lin Mo's head. The next second, the teleportation array activated, and Lin Mo disappeared directly from the cultivation room. With a flash before his eyes, Lin Mo saw the familiar sea of laws. He revealed a wry smile. "Old Xing, aren't you afraid I'll go crazy like this?" The moment the teleportation array appeared, he had already reacted. If he had resisted slightly at the time, he wouldn't have been teleported away. From the teleportation array, Lin Mo sensed the aura belonging to Old Xing, so he didn't resist. Old Xing glared at him. "With your soul quality, are you still afraid of going crazy?" Lin Mo smiled. "Why are you in such a hurry? I was planning to come find you in a few days." Old Xing snorted. "I'm old and impatient, is there a problem?" How dare Lin Mo say there was a problem? This person in front of him was a true big shot of the human race. Although he doesn't care about anything, that's his trump card. Tell me about your experiences outside the domain, the old man wants to hear. Old Xing said while fishing, his ears already perked up. Lin Mo began to tell the story, repeating what he had said to the Saint Venerables. Except for a few details, he basically didn't hide anything. Old Xing was also interested in ancient matters, and his curiosity was no less than that of the Saint Venerables. Moreover, Old Xing knew more than the Saint Venerables, and he could analyze it more systematically. Lin Mo told his story, while also waiting for Old Xing. Old Xing would also express his thoughts, feeding back to Lin Mo. In this way, Lin Mo could also obtain more information. Old Xing thought for a long time, then exhaled a long breath. Lin Mo could feel that his mood was very complicated, so much so that the lost stars in the lost star sea fluctuated, rising and falling. Old Xing said, "You are very lucky to have met Supreme Red Star. It can be regarded as completing a patch for what happened in ancient times. Supreme Mountain Forest deserves to die. You did a good job, Li Qian Zhao. Over the years, many people have died at the hands of Supreme Mountain Forest. They can finally rest in peace." On the way back, Lin Mo took out all the human corpses he had obtained from Supreme Mountain Forest. The Human Emperor Network can find their true identities, so they can return to their roots. Old Xing continued, "See if Little Shu can figure out what he obtained from the Soul Spirit Warship. If not, I'll think of a way. The things inside should be very precious." Such boxes were also very precious in ancient times and wouldn't contain useless things. Moreover, at that time, this thing was handed over to the soul spirit race for safekeeping, indicating that the two sides should have reached some kind of agreement. Perhaps the secret is in the box. You have mastered a certain amount of the laws of space, which is a good thing. When you can freely open the door of space, you can go to the outer domain to explore, and perhaps you will gain something again. Listening to Old Xing's narration, Lin Mo couldn't help but ask, "Old Xing, what is the outer domain like?" Chapter 1959, Old Xing's Doomsday Words. Old Xing smiled, a strange smile. He looked up at the sky, which reflected the light of the Sea of Laws, hazy, like a starry sky, reflecting countless light spots. Then, a star map appeared in midair. Lin Mo had seen this star map before. It was the star map of the domain. It marked the locations of various races, the size of the star field they occupied, and their sphere of influence, all clearly. Then the star map began to expand, becoming larger and larger. As the star map grew, the proportion occupied by the star field within the domain became smaller and smaller. Lin Mo was taken aback. He had imagined that the outer domain would be very large, but he didn't expect it to be so large. Along with Lin Mo's shock, the star map continued to expand until it filled the entire top before stopping. At this time, the proportion of the inner star field occupied is less than 1%. 99% of the entire star map is extra domain space. Star Old Man smiled and said, "Do you think that the extra domain space is so big?" Lin Mo Yu whispered, "Isn't it?" Star Old Man laughed, "Of course not, it's far from it. In fact, no one knows how big the extra domain space is." At this time, Star Old Man stretched out his hand and drew a range on the star map, which was several times larger than the inner star field. Star Old Man explained, "Our inner star field has a longest diameter of only 2 million light years. If it was in ancient times, the inner space would be even larger than it is now, almost 3 million light years in diameter. Don't underestimate this little bit. At that time, 3 million light years was our human territory, so the alien races were all outside these 3 million light years." Lin Mo Yu was surprised. How many galaxies, resources, and people should there be within a range of 3 million light years? This is an extremely large number. Looking at the star field occupied by the human race now, it doesn't exceed 500,000 light years at most. Compared with ancient times, it is simply worlds apart. Star Old Man continued, "The great battles in ancient times were very cruel. Countless galaxies were destroyed, resources became less and less, and the star field became smaller and smaller. However, this has no impact on the extra domain space." Finally, it came to the main topic. Lin Mo Yu pricked up his ears and listened carefully. "You also know that the human race once occupied multiple worlds. The human race extracted the origins of these worlds and invested them in the Great World, causing the Great World to continue to expand. However, the expansion speed of the Great World is too fast, far exceeding the expansion speed of the human race. Moreover, the birth of resources takes time. These resources have not had time to be born, and the places that are not suitable for living beings to cultivate and grow are the extra domain space. From ancient times to now, the star field suitable for cultivation and growth has become smaller and smaller, but the expansion of the Great World has never stopped. Who can know how big the extra domain space is?" Lin Mo Yu was surprised, "So the Great World has been expanding." Star Old Man said, "The area I drew is the area that the human race has ever reached. The farthest place is about 1 million light years away from the inner domain. This time, because of the space turbulence, you also went there, perhaps exceeding the limit of 1 million light years. As the distance increases, the volume of the starry sky increases exponentially. It is almost impossible to explore every area." Lin Mo Yu knew that even the heavenly venerates in ancient times had not explored the extra domain space. Perhaps only by becoming the master of the Great World could one know all the situations of the extra domain space. Even if he completely mastered the laws of space, he might be able to reach the edge of the world, but that was only a temporary boundary. Because the world is still expanding, the current boundary is not the real border. Lin Mo Yu asked, "Since resources can be regenerated, then why has our star field become smaller and smaller from ancient times to now, and the extra domain space is still desolate?" Star Old Man rolled his eyes at Lin Mo Yu, "How would I know? I'm not a heavenly venerate. Resource regeneration is just a record in the ancient times. I haven't seen it with my own eyes. But I can tell you that in recent years, our star field is gradually shrinking. In addition to the reason for the war, resources are indeed decreasing, and the occupied star field is also shrinking. I have calculated that in the last 100,000 years, our star field has been reduced by almost 100,000 light years. Currently, the entire star field is almost 2 million light years, and 100,000 light years have been lost in 100,000 years, with 10,000 light years lost every 10,000 years. Lin Mo Yu was shocked. According to this calculation, all resources will disappear in another 2 million years. Almost, it doesn't take 2 million years. I estimate that in another 100,000 years, the great world will be completely chaotic. The powerful races will all take action, but the first step will definitely be to eliminate the small races. The powerful races will hold all the resources in their own hands. Lin Mo Yu could imagine that in the case where resources cannot be regenerated, various cultivation resources must be the first to be snatched. At that time, the first to be unlucky must be the small races. They have no future and can only become the fish on the chopping board of the powerful races. At that time, there can be no sympathy. The small races will also face a catastrophe. Star Old Man continued, after that, as resources become less and less, a great war will break out between the powerful races. But the great war will not break out in the galaxy, but in the void. There will still be a tacit understanding between the powerful races. The resources of the losers will be plundered, and the population will become smaller and smaller. From a powerful race to a small race, and then disappear from the small race. Star Old Man described a cruel reality to Lin Mo Yu, a reality that is very likely to happen in the future. Lin Mo Yu asked, but no matter how many resources there will be a day when they run out. What will happen when that day comes? What's the difference in the result? Star Old Man smiled. His smile was a little eerie. His voice also became low, and he slowly uttered a sentence, the world will be reborn. If you can survive the most difficult period, you may be able to gain a new life after the world is reborn. Laws are reshaped, rules are rebuilt, everything is possible. Listening to these words, Lin Mo Yu inexplicably thought of the almost collapsed Great World Rune. He suddenly realized that the world might not be reborn. The inability to regenerate resources may be related to the severely damaged Great World Rune. If this is the case, the world will not be reborn. Not only will it not be reborn, but the world may even die out. At that time, all the creatures in the world will die, and none will escape. But this is just Lin Mo Yu's guess, he dare not say it. He tentatively asked, besides this, is there any other possibility? Star Old Man said, of course, but the possibility is not high. One possibility is that when the great world is expanding, it encounters a new world, and then we annex the new world. Just like in ancient times, seize the origin of the new world and incorporate it into the great world. At the same time, you can also obtain all the resources of the new world. However, this possibility is too small. Even if we encounter it, can we win? We don't even have a supreme now, it's almost the same as being plundered. Lin Mo Yu knew that in ancient times, even those weaker worlds always had one or two supremes. Now that the great world has no supreme, if it encounters this kind of small world again, it will not be plundering but a disaster. Star Old Man said, another possibility is that a heavenly venerate is born here, perhaps to activate the great world. But now the God Road is broken, let alone a heavenly venerate, don't even think about the birth of a supreme. This possibility is even smaller. Chapter 1960. Take action first, grab the meat first. The other two possibilities mentioned by Star Old Man are indeed less likely. Especially the second one, it may not be a good thing, and may even bring disaster. Lin Mo Yu said, Senior, is there a way to let me see the God Road? I have always heard that the God Road is broken, but what exactly is the God Road like? He doesn't even have a concept. Blackstone Supreme hopes that he can recast the God Road, always let him take a look. Star Old Man said, what are you in a hurry for? When you become a Saint Venerate, you will naturally be able to see it. Why can you only see it when you become a Saint Venerate? Is it because of the soul realm? Star Old Man shook his head, no, it's because only when you reach the Saint Venerate can you understand your own Tao. The God Road is both virtual and real. In the eyes of those who have not found their own path, the God Road does not exist. Only those who have found their own Tao will the God Road appear. Lin Mo Yu probably understands the Tao that Star Old Man said, which is to gain the Tao through his own cultivation. Every cultivator will eventually find a Tao that is most suitable for them. Tao can be a law, or it can not be a law. It can be a certain power, or it can be a certain technique. Tao is everything, and everything can become Tao. It's like Rune Saint Venerate, who entered the Tao with runes. How Saint Venerate, who entered the Tao with the law of the void realm. Soul Sword Sect, who entered the Tao by integrating the soul and the sword. Sword Saint Venerate, who directly entered the Tao with the sword. Only when you find your own Tao will the God Road appear. Then, with your own Tao, step on the God Road and achieve the Supreme. The whole process is similar to crossing the Lost Star River and stepping on the other shore. Star Old Man said, now you know, it's actually useless for you to see it. The God Road is already broken. Lin Mo asked again, then do you know how to recast the God Road? Star Old shook his head, if I knew, I would have done it long ago, and wouldn't be waiting here for so many years. Lin Mo was a little unable to understand Star Old. The lifespan of a Saint Venerable is only about 30,000 to 50,000 years. Most of the human Saint Venerables live for 40,000 years, but Star Old seems to have lived from the Shaozontian era to the present, a full 100,000 years. Star Old is not a supreme, but has a combat power close to that of a supreme. What exactly is Star Old's identity? And the demon race's territory, that mysterious demon lord, seems to be the same as Star Old. Star Old waved his hand, go, you can't see the Star Road until you find your own path. Lin Mo left Star Old's world and returned to the cultivation room. He sat in the cultivation room and muttered to himself, what is my path? Upon asking himself, Lin Mo didn't find the correct answer. Since changing his profession to cultivation, his goal has always been clear. Constantly cultivate, constantly become stronger. In the small world, destroy the demons and dragons. To change his wife's fate against the heavens, he needs to constantly become stronger. After coming to the great world, it is even more so. He even made a vow to destroy all races and make the human race the master of the world again. But the idea of changing his wife's fate against the heavens has never wavered. But now, asking about his own path, Lin Mo found that he had no answer. This is a very serious problem. When a cultivator loses his own path, how can he talk about Tao Heart? Lin Mo is very clear about this, he will not be confused. My path will definitely be found. If I can't find it now, then I will keep looking until I find it. Lin Mo's Tao Heart is very firm and has not been shaken by his own problems. It doesn't matter if he can't find it temporarily, who isn't moving forward in the fog? Even those beyond the shore realm experts may not have found their own path. Lin Mo believes that as long as the Tao Heart is firm enough, he will definitely find the path he needs. He reorganized his thoughts and erased all the problems that could not be solved temporarily. Lin Mo left the cultivation room and flew towards the central divine palace. Calculating the time, more than 10 days have passed since he came back. Symbol Saint Venerable is still studying the ancient symbol box, and seems to have some clues, but has not been able to open it. Heaven Saint Venerable is discussing things with House Saint Venerable. After Lin Mo arrived, he didn't interrupt their words, but listened quietly. They were discussing some of the recent situations in the great world. Various races seem to have been stimulated by the human race's actions this time, and have begun to make corresponding reactions. The Bull Demon race and the Black Stone race have formed an alliance. Among them, the Black Stone race is the human race's mortal enemy, while the Bull Demon race has no hatred with the human race. As soon as the two races form an alliance, it means that the Bull Demon race has also become an enemy of the human race. In addition, the Sand race, which was about to disperse after tens of thousands of years, has reunited again. The Sand race was once divided into three, the Yellow Sand, Blue Sand, and Red Sand races. But now, for some unknown reason, they suddenly announced that they would merge into one again. The Sand race, which has merged into one, undoubtedly meets the standards of a strong race and has become a newly promoted strong race. There is also one thing, the Butterfly race asked the human race for help, they were attacked by the Python race. The human race has already sent people to help the Butterfly race. The Butterfly race has always been a friend of the human race. Even 10,000 years ago, when the human race encountered a great disaster, the Butterfly race also helped the human race as much as they could. The Butterfly race has never been strong, and almost had their race destroyed because of this. If the human race loses, they will be dead. Any strong race can crush the Butterfly race like crushing ants. Although the Butterfly race is weak, they are not stupid. The choice they made at that time was unwise, but fortunately, the human race recovered in the end, and the Butterfly race also became much stronger with the help of the human race. Unfortunately, racial nature dictates that the Butterfly race's strength is limited. Helping is definitely necessary, and they have already taken action. The two Saint Venerables are discussing how much help to give. The two have somewhat different opinions on this issue. How Saint Venerable suggested destroying the Python race, while Heaven Saint Venerable's idea was to help the Butterfly race drive away the Python race. After all, the human race and the python race have no hatred. Just as Lin Mo arrived, Heaven Saint Venerable turned to Lin Mo directly. Mo, what do you think is better to do? Lin Mo had completely understood, and he had already made up his mind. I think, let's bring the butterfly race over and give them a piece of territory on the edge of the human race's star field. The butterfly race doesn't have many people, and they don't need 100 star systems. Unexpectedly, Lin Mo would give such an answer. How Saint Venerable said, bringing them over is not difficult, although 100 star systems is a bit much, it's not impossible. What about the python race? Lin Mo said, it's very simple, destroy them. Heaven Saint Venerable frowned. Reason? Lin Mo said, in the great world, you are either a friend or an enemy, this reason is enough. After bringing the butterfly race over, the butterfly race's star system resources will belong to us, and we will also destroy the python race and get their star system resources. In this way, not only can our resources increase a lot, but our star field can also expand a circle. I got some news from Star Old's place that all small races will be eliminated in the future, either we do it or someone else does it. So I think, we should protect those who are friends, and directly destroy those who are enemies, it's that simple. Regarding Star Old's prophecy, the two Saint Venerables had also heard about it. But there are still 100,000 years before the time Star Old said, it's still early. After 100,000 years, they will no longer be here, and it is correct to leave it to the human race's Saint Venerable to deal with at that time. Lin Mo didn't think so. I think, it would be better for us to do it sooner and lay a foundation for our descendants. When all the races are doing it, there will be less meat for us to grab.